Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting him with a straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Do you foresee yourself being in, let's say, more thrilling fights as you get older?
Basically, what you said is Floyd. Get beat up and get some black eyes, then get your hand raised.
No,
Stoop to everybody else's level and be stupid.
When you get older, I'm saying. When you get older, do you think
there's nothing cool about taking punishment, getting beat up, getting bloody lips, and getting a check. The coolest thing I can do, I can dominate you, shut you out, and make crazy money, and go home and live with my family in a very, very comfortable and happy way. That's how I like to do it.
Lifting weights and being strong doesn't win fights. Having great timing and being a very, very smart and intelligent fighter wins fights. I mean, I've been in there before with guys that was a lot bigger and probably hit a lot harder and a lot stronger. But Floyd Mayweather always has the remedy.
Okay. Well, 37 opponents had heart, and all of them came up short.
Speed kills, I guess, right? Watching you in person is a lot faster than on TV, man. How important is speed?
Well, it's not about speed. It's about smarts. It's about smarts, and it's about not getting hit that much.
Baldamir's a big guy. What are you going to do to offset the size difference?
It's not by size. Skills pays the bills at the end of the day. It's about being smart, and the smarter fighter is going to win. Most guys I don't beat them with speed and power. Mm-hmm. I beat them with smarts. I'll think about it. It's more up here than here.
Bring the truth or tell on your ass what you doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell ring, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you're gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you're young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. You can get killed in this shit, man.
You want honesty?
His channel. It throws real punches.
Just Do Boxing gives you skills, heart, and culture.
Straight up.
I catch every drop on my lunch break. Can't miss it.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. We almost here, man. It is almost fight night, man. We got one more sleep and a wake up, man, and we gonna be on fight night, man. I can't wait for this one. Two young, hungry lions putting it all on the line. Two undefeated guys. Somebody's gotta go. Unified belts on the line. You couldn't ask for a better fight this weekend, man. You couldn't ask for a better fight. Both guys, I think, are likable and easy to support for sure, right? And regardless of who win, I think we gonna win for sure. When we get these kind of fights, we win. I don't see no scenario where this fight isn't entertaining and exciting, and it don't have no choice to be. In order for Xander to win, he gonna have to put on one hell of a performance, if you ask me, and that's gonna have to come with his wrist. That's gonna come with him taking chances. It's not gonna be easy, but with the way he boxes, stay disciplined, move, stick to his game plan. You don't sit still for long. Boots got his work cut out for him as well, but this is why we watch these fights, man. This is why we pay our money. This is why these guys are in it. This is what he in it for. He in it to show everybody that Xander Zayas just simply ain't on his level, man. He just a bump in the road that he got to go over, right? But I know Xander Zayas got something to say about it. You know, Ozempic Xander is what they calling him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ozempic Xander. Xander looking looking like Slimothy Zayas, you know what I mean? Slim Zayas out this joint, man. Shout out to Emmanuel. What's good, homie? First one in the building. My dog 702. Bobby in the building. What's good with the OG? How you feeling? Big Dre is in the building. Big Drop Dre. My baby girl, the queen, Miss Justa, was in the building. Peace and love to my Just and to y'all in the chat. Please hit that like button. Yes, sir. Mike Magic, my good brother. How you feeling, Mike? Always good to see my guys in the building. But yeah, man, I hope y'all excited for this the way I am. You know, final predictions type stuff, man. Who y'all got winning, man? Do anybody out here got Xander for what I would think would be I don't know. If Xander winning, is it an upset? Get what I'm saying? It's one of those fights, right? Like, is Xander winning an upset for boxing, right? Or is Boots win? You get me? Is Boots expected to win? Who's the favorite? I don't know, but look, man, I expect a show on both sides, man, because that's how you get to that next level. You got to show out, especially in fights like this. You got to show up and show out. And Boots is geared, and his style is primed and ready for him to do exactly that. He's gonna have to stay disciplined, focused, and locked in too, because Xander, like I said, I know based on some of the stuff he said and how he's fought in the past, he's gonna try to utilize that movement, man, and try to be a nuisance for Boots. I know it. You getting? That's why he said something about Boots chasing shadows. Said, okay, we know what you on. You trying to use that, you know, constant movement, you know what I mean? Changing his looks, not standing right in front of him. Like I said, Xander is known to get his and get out. He don't get too greedy in there, and that could work in his favor, you know. But Boots, like I said, just got to stay disciplined. I think he's the more superior athlete for sure. And it's going to show, but, you know what I mean? Discipline, focus, fundamentals, and technique can go a long way in fights like this, especially the fundamentals. And that's something that Xander, you know, is very good at. You know, he's very fundamentally sound. He's a rinse, wash, and repeat kind of guy if he need to. And that could work in his favor, you know. Down to OG. Earth Angel, how you feeling, Queen? Nail biter for sure, man. Just want a competitive. I think we're going to get one. You know what I'm saying, Bobby? I don't think Xander no other way but to compete. And we know what Boots is on and how he going to bring it. He don't have no other choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he set the bar high. He talking about making a statement, going out there, having some fun, showing this dude that his levels. You know what I'm saying? He's saying Xander's a good boxer, you know, but he ain't messing with me. And that's what Boots got to show, right? I want to see him show that. And I don't doubt that he's not able to show it. I think he will be. You know what I mean? Boots going to go out there and do what he do, baby. You feel me? Big dog Willie, my guy, man. Appreciate you as always, fam. He says, salute, secret record. Yeah, it was strange, right? We're going to talk about that a little bit. You know, they officially named Tank Davis champion in recess. Now it's Lucas Bahdi and Floyd Schofield fighting for that belt. But we going to chap it. We're going to chap it in. MLC said, I got Boots, 75, 25% wise. UD, I feel you, MLC. Look, Boots gonna be tough to deal with, period. You know what I'm saying? He a lot to handle, right? You're gonna have your work cut out for you. You know what I mean? But again, Xander, I think one of his best attributes is his legs. A lot of people feel like, you know, Karen was able to have some success or give Boots some trouble or frustrate him a bit with the movement. I'm thinking Xander, his game plan is going to be the same. I don't think he's going out there trying to step on them and none of that. I think he's going out there to try to win, box and win, be smart. He's a big boy. You know, some people saying he look weight drained. You know, I see his face looking slim, but you know what? I chalked it up to, you know what I mean? The weight cut could have been tough. It could have been, but I'll chalk it up to whenever you cut in weight, especially if you get big, the first place you're going to really be able to see it is in your face. Seeing them face off and stuff like that, they look pretty solid. They look decent there. You know what I mean? I know it's some speculation about if he had a tough time cutting the weight, but, you know, I think he's going to be straight come fighting. I do. I don't think that's going to be the determining factor, deciding factor at all. I think they're going to both be ready. These are kind of fights that I could really sit back and enjoy. Got a good undercard going. I like this fight for these dudes, man. I do. I do. This the one right here where you got to get Boots his just due. You have to. Get me. You got to get Boots his flowers, man. Got to give him his flowers. Got to. You know what I mean? Xander win for sure. Got to give him his flowers, man. We're going to get to the Boots and Gillie and Wallo, the $1 million worth of game interview. We're going to touch on that. But these dudes, they look ready to go, man. Xander came in at, 153.8. Boots was 153, bang on the button. So, hey, we got to fight. That's what's most important. We got to fight now. What kind of fight is it going to be? Hey, y'all ready for that And One mixtape volume 36? You know what I mean? Just when y'all thought And One was dead, Boots said, nope, hold up, I got y'all. I got you. I'm going to just do it with gloves instead of the basketball. You feel me? I'm going to do it with boxing gloves. He's going to be in there. And one mixtape, Boots in it. You know what I mean? And one mixtape in it. You know what I'm saying? Soon as Tank isn't fighting this year, it's starting to seem like it. Me feel like Boots is like a little dream. Scales, he's sunk in the eyes and cotton mouth. I feel you. I mean, it's just an observation. Ain't nothing wrong. Shout out to Moon, man. I think Boots is straight. I think, the only reason people's pointing out Xander, he did look a little slim in the face, but I think both guys is good. I think they're going to fill out well. I think they straight. You know what I'm saying? I think they straight. Yes, sir. Shout out to Damon. You know it, man. Just was always one comment away. The marriage, what it do, homie? You know what I mean? He said, let's go, Xander. Xander by stoppage. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Don. You got Xander. Let's go. This type of Boots better win. I think, yeah. Shout out to the man. Xander has good foot movement. Yeah, I was saying that before you got in here. Xander, one of his best attributes is his legs. He got really good legs and good conditioning. You know what I'm saying? He can box and move for 12 rounds. You know what I mean? He probably could go 15 rounds doing what he do, but it's up to Boots to attack that body. You know what I mean? And make him be a bit more stationary, force him to take more chances and take advantage. You know what I'm saying? I expect a really good fight, but Boots' athleticism is crazy, man. That shit could cause people a ton of problems when you in front of an athlete like that that's really comfortable in there. It's not a lot of places where he ain't comfortable in the ring, and he take chances, and he telling you, Boots will get in there and hurt you. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, he got the right kind of test, got the right style in front of him, the right kind of fighter. Dude is accomplished early in the game. Xander he's been a young pro for a while, man. You know what I mean? He's still young, but he turned pro super young, so he got a little leg up, man. You know what I'm saying? Got a little leg up on the competition. 190, 153 is crazy. It is, though. It is. That's a lot of weight to cut. That's a lot of weight. You know what I mean? They calling him Ozempic Xander, man. Huh? That's what they calling him. Ozempic Xander, man. We're going to play one of these clips. We're going to get to it, though, man. Hope everybody feeling good on this Good Friday. Ryan was good. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking out, man. We've been having a hell of a month, man. We've been having a hell of a month putting in this work, y'all. I'm telling you. Big shout out to the Just Do Boxing family, man. Y'all been holding your boy down. We've been growing and doing what we do. Y'all know. Let's get to it. Yeah, man. I think Boots going to be ready to go. I think Xander going to be ready to go. You know what I mean? I do think it's some truth, though, to him possibly having a little difficulty shedding that weight. And it get like that because you get older. You know what I mean? You grow, right? Naturally. And I'm telling you, for me, the way it seems, I just got this feeling like this could be Xander's last fight at 54. The reason I say that because once you start hearing all this talk about your weight and stuff like that, you usually end up going up. He definitely big enough to go be at 160 with no problem. That's a big kid, man. You know what I'm saying? Xander grew. You feel me? Xander grew over the years, fam. Dude. Not a small guy, man. But Boots look ready to go. Xander look ready to go. That's what you want to see. That's the most important. You got 2 dogs ready to go. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that music blowing my new. But you see, you know what I'm saying? Both guys, look at them. They look ready to go. They look ready to get. They look ready to go right now. You feel me? Feel me? Look at them. They look straight. You know what I'm saying? Dudes look healthy. Xander looks straight. You know what I'm saying? Xander ain't looking, you know what I'm saying? Ain't looking sickly. You know what I mean? I think we got us a fight, y'all. But did y'all know that somebody requested for a beard to get cut? Did y'all know? Huh? Did y'all know? Did word get back to y'all yet? Did word get back to y'all that Xander wanted Boots to trim that beard? Let me play my guy JYD video, man. That's one of the videos right there with Boots. But let me play this video for y'all, G. You know? Yeah, man. Everybody hit the like button for your boy. Let's go.
Terrible John, bro. I hope this is not real, bro. I hope this is just some stupid clickbait bullshit, bro. Stop the fucking dumb shit, bro. Stop the dumb shit, bro. Please, bro. This type of shit can't be real, bro. Stop the dumb shit, bro. Like, shave the bit, bro. What are we even doing, bro? You know how many motherfuckers be getting knocked out cold with beards on their face? A beard does not add any type of extra cushion. Motherfuckers just be saying, I hope this is not real. This is some of the dumbest shit ever. I hate when people try to make this stupid ass fucking argument. A beard does not protect you from getting punched in the fucking face. It does nothing for you at all. It gives no resistance at all to your chin. It doesn't add padding. It doesn't add cushion. It doesn't add shit. Y'all just be saying dumbass stupid shit. Stop the dumbass dumb shit, bro. I hope this is fake.
They like Boots, man. You gotta take a couple inches off the top, G. Boots. Jaron, you gotta take a couple inches off the top, man. But nah, I'm with JYD though, man. I hope that ain't legit, but it's just something funny to laugh at. But I don't think it's a big deal. It ain't gonna mean nothing. At the end of the day, both guys gonna have. Give me a second, y'all. My bad. Man, yo. Shout out to my dog. Everything boxing was good with it. Ryan edged it. Oh, with his dumb ass take on the beer. Yeah, right. Marcus was good, homie. Freaking was good with it. Reef, what it do? Shout out to the homie. Everything boxing. Why? Elliot was good, fam. How you feeling? He's good with it. He's coming from a dude with no facial hair. Man, Xander out there bald facing it, man. They calling him Ozempic Xander, but I think he all right, man. I think Xander's all right, man. He be all right. But yeah, man, I don't know. You know, he better not be wanting to get Boots to get his beard shaved, but that shit ain't gonna matter, man. I think you gonna put somebody, you gonna put him. The beard ain't gonna save him. Lance, what it do, homie? Beard ain't gonna save him. But we got us a good fight. Guys made weight. That's what's most important. You know what I'm saying? I thought so too. Everything boxing. I did see that other little video where his face looked a little slim, but that was just that. You know what I mean? And even then I didn't want to make too much of it, but I did hear a couple of things where, you know, I did hear somebody say he had a tough weight cut. They slightly miscalculated. And then my guy reached out to their team. Is he know somebody that's over there on the team, and he couldn't get a response. And, you know, that's usually some sign. If it's smoke, there's fire. And he probably ain't want to spill the beans. But ultimately, I don't think it's going to be nothing that's going to hinder Xander's performance. I think whatever happened on fight night is just going to be the better man going to win. I mean, he definitely, the scale is important. He looked good on the scale. He's smiling. Like he done filled out. Both guys got size to him. Boots fighting a big young boy, man. And he got size his damn self. So I can't wait to see this one, man. This one of the ones, B. The texture black people wear gives his boots extra padding right. It's mighty comfortable. Yeah, he did look comfortable. I'm gonna play the video. Boots did look comfortable. I like it. He looked like he already having fun. And it ain't forced. He just looked loose, right? He just looked loose, ready to go. But Xander taking his stuff in stride too. He moving like a champion. He looked ready to go. These are kind of fights, man, that I hope be like, you know, one of them ones. Coming out party for N1 mixtape Boots, man. Y'all ready for N1 mixtape volume 36, y'all? You get me? Keys to victory. I think that stab to the body, Big Dre, that Boots like to do, I think it's going to be important for him to do. You know, definitely, obviously, working behind the jab. I think he got the speed advantage. I think he's more athletic. He need to, you know, change levels on Xander. Definitely go to that body, the stab to the body, and try to wear him down early as possible. You know what I'm saying? I think he really need to, that need to be a focal point very early going to Xander's body, because you want to neutralize and slow down some of that movement. You get what I'm saying? Xander going to be looking to box and move, and you got to slow that down. Make no mistake, again, because standing right in front of Boots is not going to be smart, and because he's going to have some hot coming at him all night. So I think Xander going to try to box and move and take his time, work himself into the fight. Boots got this ability to accelerate your pace and force you to do shit faster than you want to do it. And that's where the mistakes start coming. And that's where things get interesting, when you got guys both taking chances as opposed to like sitting back trying to have a bunch of fill out rounds and stuff like that. I don't think it's going to take long for this fight to be interesting either, to heat up. You know what I'm saying? It's talent on both sides. Can't dismiss a young, hungry dude like Xander. He here for a reason, like Boots been saying. So, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like Boots is going to have every answer that he need to win this fight tomorrow night. That's what I think. Gino says Xander by KO. He's not really a KO guy, but okay. You know, okay. Okay. All right, let's think. Grand Laws and NY. I don't think so. I'm not for sure, Lance, but I don't think so. For sure. This Boots' birthday gift to himself. Support my fellow June babies. You feel me, Reef? You know what I mean? The beard was an advantage. Everyone would have one. You feel me, Demarius, bro? Everybody trying to grow a beard. But listen, I ain't mad at you, Gino. You feel like Xander by KO? Hey, roll with your pick, family. It's interesting when people picking on both sides. And look, I'll say this. Yeah, but he's not a knockout guy is what I mean. He's not a guy where, you know, you could just be running around here picking about knockout, right? He didn't knock out a Bass Baru. You know, several guys that he didn't knock out. He's not a knockout artist, Xander's eyes not. You know what I'm saying? He's not an overly big puncher per se. He's a really sound, technically sound boxer with a good pedigree. And you know, he's bad. He's experienced to be young, right? He got good experience to be young. So it's not a knock on him. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Could he knock somebody out? Yeah, of course. Could he land a shot? It only take one, but I'm just saying I wouldn't jump out and say, he's winning by knockout. You know what I mean? Even with Boots, this fight could go to decision, but man, I think if Boots really get to him how I feel like he can, I don't think he make it to 12 rounds. Shout out to the Queen Lisa. How you feeling today? Always good to see. He said he tried to kick my ass, so I had to kick his ass. Yeah, man. He said, ask Crawford who wins. Crawford rolling with Boots, man. I think he is. I think Crawford rolling with Boots. I don't know, but shout out to Buzz. Shout out to both of these dudes, though. Ain't nothing wrong, Gino, with somebody picking Xander. That's what this is boxing. Makes it fun. Everybody can pick differently and see it differently, and it's all good. You know what I mean? It's really talent on both sides. The things that Xander do well present issues for for other guys, period, right? He's a really sound, fundamentally sound boxer that's well coached, you know what I mean? Very disciplined inside that ring. Yeah, knows to stick to a game plan. He's a smart dude, man. Xander is not to be overlooked or like, you know, like he ain't nothing. I just think a lot of Boots. I think Boots really need fights like this where people feel like, you know, you could lose and things like that to really show the best of him. At least that's what I feel going into this fight. And he has the opportunity to make me a truth teller or a lie, prove me right or prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's gonna prove me right. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I really do. Boo's gonna come to do some damage, man. You feel me? Shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland. How you feeling, bro? Always good to see. Feel me? Teach. What it do, homie? Usyk vacated all his belts. Yeah. He getting old, man. That just tells me retirement got to be coming soon. You know what I'm saying?
There can only be one
coming soon if he doing stuff like that. You get me? Look at Boots riding a 4 Look, this is fun, man. I can't wait to see this. Lewis 45 hundo. What it do, homie? How you feeling? I can't wait to see this. Shout out to Fight Hub TV, by the way. Man, geek, man. Anybody, shout out to anybody that's going to the fight tomorrow night that's going to be at the fight. I know y'all going to enjoy this joint, man. Trust me, seeing Boots fight live is fun, man. It's fun watching on the TV, but being there, oh, man. Roger, what it do? See Boots and smaller man in the ring, yeah, right?
With Top Rank Incorporated and Boots.
I think Abreu was bigger than him, Roger. But see, bigger with good skill and stuff too. So, you know what I mean? That's different. But I think Abreu was a little bit bigger than Boots. You know what I'm saying? And he went out there and handled business. Remember that dude caught with the uppercut? Knocked his ass out, man. Did him bad. I think he was bigger than Boots. To me, Boots got size to him, but he still got like that slender frame. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, right? Yeah. Carlos, what was it? Abreu or something like that. I just got to mute it just because, he's just doing the regular.
Ennis.
You get some money, they let you.
Get that out of here. That's why I had to mute it, yeah. Hey, they weren't trying to let me mute it, huh? Not me. I don't think Boots is big at all. I don't think he overly big. I think he got good size to him. Don't get me wrong, but I think he got some slenderness to him too. Teach, you get me? You know what I mean? Like he see what I'm saying? Like he got that slender, got that athletic build still, like that wiry frame. He could just put on some muscle with it. I just think he be in crazy shape. Now, I don't think he's small, but I don't think overly big guy. And I do think Xander is the bigger guy in this fight, possibly weight-wise, frame-wise. But good for Boots. It ain't gonna help him. Look, see, Xander look like he filled out good, man. He look like he's great. I just got it muted, of course, y'all, because of the music. But yeah, man, he getting to it. Look, that boy filled out. He healthy. Boots like, man, it's my about to beat his ass. You heard me? Boots said, I'm about to beat his ass. Yeah, facts, Roses. Charles Conwell. Conwell didn't stop dude. Boots did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Boots stopped him. Stopped his ass. You get me? Bigger guy. Nah, it don't matter. Skills gonna pay the bills. But it's just an interesting dynamic, man. But Boots solid, yo. Boots solid. He's sturdy, man. He's sturdy. Feel me? Sturdy. Yeah, man. Tucker and what's his name? Salindo. What's his name? This is gonna be a good fight. That one gonna be a good one. Tucker got to be careful with that guy. Now, I think Boots straight. I don't think he look weight drained to me, and I think Xander looks great too. He look ready to go. Rehydrates, he's gonna look about the same. And Boots ain't about to get super, super big. Teach, I'm with you. I get what you're saying. He just said he ain't no small guy. He ain't no small fry, but he ain't no overly big guy. You know what I mean? He still got that wiry athletic build to me, man. And I can't wait to see Xander look ready. The blind assassin. The blind assassin Xander said, "I'm ready, man." He said, "This is who y'all think. This is who y'all call a boogeyman." Xander said, "I don't believe in the boogeyman. So I'm stepping two. I mean, my be more act. I'm stepping two." He said, "I ain't scared of the boogeyman." Yeah, Lisa, I'm with it, man. I'm excited for this one, man. I really am. I really am. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have some fun tomorrow night calling these fights. Yeah. Those guys are ready to go. Ready to go. Okay, Xander. Okay, Sandy Xander. He ain't looking like Ozempic Xander right now. He was looking Ozempic. Ozempic, should I say, Ozempic-ish last night. You know what I mean? Or yesterday. Looking straight now. Okay, Xander, you got you some electrolytes up in you. Okay. Looking, you know what I mean? Got your color about you. Look ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Okay. This is what I want to see, man. So nobody have no built-in excuses. You got two dudes that look phenomenal on the scales and both made weight. They ready to go, man. Couldn't have asked for nothing better. They ready to go. Boots looking at them belts like, yeah. I think it's about time I be getting them belts up off you, fam. Feel me? Get them belts up off you. Nah, that's over. Remy, Jeremy, you got to be joking. I know you know that's over with. Tank is officially the champion and reset. Schofield is fighting Lucas Bahdi. They saying for that title. Oh, hold on.
Yes. And it's that time. I'm feeling tremendous. I'm feeling great. Ready to put on a beautiful show. And tomorrow night, you will hear the words in the new. Yeah.
154 pounds seems to agree with you. You've been walking around with a big smile all
Yeah,
week.
he
That's
look
a
healthy.
big man you're going to have in
He
front
look
of you
healthy.
on Saturday. What's going to be the key to knocking him off?
Listen to my team, do whatever I want, have fun, put on a beautiful show, be patient. The knockout gonna come. Just take my time, have fun, and be smart.
He has said this week.
Yeah, hold on. Big shout out to Mike Kirkland, man. He said, "Boots by 7. Hope he looks good from the jump." I'm with you, Mike. I think he will, though. He look at like, and that's a good thing too. The energy level, and that's what they point out. He been running around smiling like you ain't agitated because the weight cut ain't killing you, so you ain't moody. You see, like, some dudes be tight lipped. Somebody said they thought he had cotton mouth, like he could have been drained, and I get it. That's just their observation. For me, I think he good. I think he got the energy and he's showing it. You know what I'm saying? I think he been showing it, bro. I like it. I like what I'm seeing.
That you don't know what's coming when it comes to what he's going to bring to the table. What does he have coming with you?
I don't know what he think, whatever he thinks, saying this is saying that. I got so many different styles, bro. He don't know how I'm gonna come. He don't. What boots did he prepare for? You feel me? So yeah, we gonna see Saturday night though, for sure.
A lot of Puerto Ricans here outside the Barclays Center. Probably be a lot of Puerto Ricans inside the Barclays Center on Saturday. Might be a hostile crowd for you there. How do you feel about that kind of environment?
That don't matter to me. it could be 90% his squad or whatever. It don't matter. They after Saturday night, they're gonna be rooting for me for sure.
Good luck, Boots.
In the new.
On Saturday, you picked up 2 titles in your last 2 fights, but no question, this is the biggest fight of your career. How are you feeling right now?
Chris, como siempre, primero en español para toda mi gente boricua que se dio cita hoy, que se va a dar cita mañana. Gracias por siempre estar, por representar. Mañana haremos historia una vez más. Man, I feel amazing. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm having fun. And tomorrow night, you guys will hear and still. That's all that matters.
This man has said all week that he is levels better than you, that there's nothing you do better than him, and the odds makers have made him the challenger a pretty big favorite. What are they underestimating about you?
I will show tomorrow why the 23-year-old is a unified world champion. There's a reason for this. I got 2 belts, I earned them, I worked my way towards them, and I'm gonna keep them tomorrow night.
Like I said, you got a lot of fans here, be a lot of fans in the building. What kind of show are you gonna put on for them?
I'm gonna put the best show of my life. I'm gonna show what I've been working on. It's gonna be a new version of me, and man, something that people haven't seen yet. I'm excited.
Good luck, Xander.
Thank you.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all hit that like button. So look, man, there you go, man. Like I said, I did see the little picture to me. You already know the little video where I'm like, dang, he look a little slim in the face, right? And my guy reached out to his people, and they didn't never, reach back out. But there's a couple people that said it. But like I said, looking at him here, he looked like he ready to go. Look like he good, ready to go. And we got a good fight on our hands, man. And I like what he said there. He said he trying to show a different layer, Xander's eyes. He's trying to show something different. So if that worked for him, we're going to see. It could work for him. It may be, maybe not, but we're going to find out. I feel like we know what to expect in terms of how Boots about to come. He about to try to hurt this kid, but Xander ain't trying to get them belts up. You know what I mean? He ain't going to be fighting to survive. He going to be trying to fight to win. That's what I like about Xander. He ain't somebody that just is there to show up and be present, right? He trying to actually win the fight. So he gonna push Boots. Both guys got their hands full, got their work cut out for them. Boots wins, ain't no 147. Really one of them are the 54. I'm telling you, 54 it'd probably be a couple guys that may be challenging. Nah, man, I don't know why y'all don't listen. Let me take this down real quick. Shout out to my dog, Pac-Man ETL. Tay was good with it. Yeah, no, I don't think so neither. I don't think he was weight drained either. I mean, I did talk about the weight stuff, and I seen people mentioning it. But, just looking at him now, he looks solid. He like he ready to go to me. So Boo's like a 47-pounder. Jordan, my dog, was good with it, homie. Said definitely going the distance. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. Wouldn't be surprised. I ain't got work, going to sleep for real. Yeah, so, I wouldn't be surprised. Richie was good, fam. Was good with it. It's going to be a good fight. Stay up so I can watch it. I'm telling you, the kids going. We going to be up calling it, fam. We going to have some fun with it. Now just hit that like button. We're going to keep building, man. I thought that's why I wanted to play that real quick because, again, I just be wanting to be fair to the guy. You know what I mean? We heard some weight stuff with Xander, but now just seeing him, it just don't look like it. It don't look like nothing wrong. Like, a little false alarm. And I said this before. When you're cutting weight, one of the first places I think you're going to notice it is in somebody's face. And we know Xander, based on his own admission, that he get kind of heavy in between them fights, right? So he be having a decent amount of weight to cut. And I think, again, it shows in their face. But I don't think he compromising nothing. He look healthy. He's smiling. Like he got his energy about him. Look like he in good shape, ready to go. I'm ready for this joint. Pac-Man Boots. I'll make you a believer tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Xander did not spruce up that defense for that right hand. It'll be a short night. Shout out to the homie 12. Motown was good. Xander looking good, but I got Boots stopping him about 8 rounds. Hey, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible, but let's see it, man. I'm ready to see what Boots coming out party with this and one mixtape with volume 36 gonna look like. You feel me? I'm ready for volume 36, man. Featuring Xander's eyes. You know what I mean? But I'm ready for it, man. This could be a coming out party for either guy. You know what I mean? If Xander's able to, I don't know who's a favorite in none of that stuff as far as the batting go, but if he able to upset the natural order of things, I think it's a lot of people that feel like he about to win or he's supposed to win, right? But
June 27th, only on the Zone.
only on the Zone. Xander was talking about, huh?
So is he close to you or Giants?
Me all day, knockout. Make sure y'all tune in. I'm not playing. You hear me?
Yeah. Man, just how was this training camp different than maybe any others?
All his training camps is really not too much different. Because he trained. He loved to train. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now that he's at 154, what's different about him?
Well, he feels much comfortable now because he held 147 for like 10 years. So he feels comfortable now.
You know, it's Xander didn't do any interviews yesterday. I believe his team said for sure he's moving up. So what does that mean for you when being on the opponent's side, when you see that, when you kind of, like, what does that behavior mean?
Well, I've been said that he was too big. He was going to move up anyway. So, you know what I mean? But he's taking a chance, you know what I mean? And he want to be great. So, I mean, like I said, I respect Xander for taking the fight. A lot of guys didn't want to fight Boots.
Right, but talk about that respect because he's a unified champion. He's not even just kind of a star alone. He's a unified champ, giving opportunity to a guy that a lot of people didn't want to.
And he didn't have to take the fight. He could have forced somebody else. Right. So that's why I respect him. You know what I mean?
Right. With this weight issue that Xander seems to be going through, does that work in the game plan for you? Like maybe more body shots, more movement?
Some people do, some people don't. You know what I mean? Xander, and then you got to look at it. Xander, 23 years old. He's young, man. So his heart is in it. You know what I mean?
What do you think the crowd's going to be like tomorrow?
It's going to be nice, man, because this is Puerto Rican land.
Right. And Philly's what, an hour and a half away, something like that?
Yeah.
So do you expect a big, heavy turnout for you guys out here?
Oh, it's going to be a nice turnout for us, yes. Yeah.
Just looking at the division, obviously first things first with Xander, you got to get the win tomorrow, but just who stylistically is maybe more difficult in the division, like a Fundora, Virgil Ortiz, like between those two guys?
I don't think none of them is difficult for Boots. If Boots on his game plan, you know what I mean? If he do what he's supposed to do. Boots got so many different ways of fighting, man. Like I keep on telling you, they ain't seen the best Boots yet. And I hope Xander bring it out of him. Then they'll see.
Do you see, like, does negotiations for Virgil Ortiz change after tomorrow if Boots were to become unified? Because now he's a unified champ, and before there were no belts.
Yeah, but I really can't say about that. We might move on to Vandor if he want to take the fight. You know what I mean? I don't know until after this.
I was going to say, is Fundora maybe more the sight set on him next? Or is it like a Josh Kelly? They're the ones with the other two belts.
Yeah, we won all of them. All the belts.
Andy Cruz, man, how's Andy Cruz doing?
He's doing good. He's still fighting. Yeah, he's fighting with the 18.
He doesn't have an opponent. I know he was going to have Bell, but now Bell's fighting Mason for the championship.
We're waiting on it now about the opponent thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, Bozy, appreciate your time, brother. Best of luck tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope Andy Cruz able to get a replacement. I know that sucked. But if you Albert Bell, hell yeah, you jump on that Abdullah Mason opportunity immediately. You get me? So I understand it. And I heard they had some sparring history and stuff like that. And it's allegedly, Albert Bell did good. So hopefully we see a great fight between them two. You know what I'm saying? I expect Mason still to win, but Albert Bell could be a really good challenge. That's an interesting fight for your first title defense for sure. If Bozy don't be beat. Tour versus Boots would be a big fight. Yeah, it'd be crazy. Gotta go in the distance in a close fight. I'm not surprised by the distance at all. I'm not. But if that mixtape proper, you know what I'm saying? It might be sleepy time for Xander. We'll see. That'd be impressive though. Because Xander is, you don't know how to lose, right? Strong will, young kid. He's super confident in himself. He wouldn't be an easy guy to put away, and he's not easy, I guess, to put away because again, that constant movement, man, that style that he brings to the ring is a little different. It's a little different than most. You know what I'm saying? He constantly moving, constantly on the move. That can make it an interesting fight for anybody. You get me? Especially somebody that, they say is used to fighting flat-footed guys and stationary and be right in front of them. You know what I mean? But anybody with really good feet can make a fight interesting or challenging for the guy on the other side of him. And I'm telling you, to me, it just ain't no secret. Xander going to be trying to work behind the jab, keep Boots at the end of it, and get his and get out. You get what I'm saying? He gonna try to be first, get his, and get out, and he not gonna be greedy. That's one of the things that make him good. He don't sit in there too long. You get what I'm saying? So both got qualities, man, that could take them to the win. But I just think Boo's really, if he have his night, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. A mixtape. But yeah, I just hope both guys get their credit, win, lose, or draw, man. Nobody gets slandered, man. You know, Xander, like Bozy says, Xander ain't had to take this fight. Could have fought somebody else, and that's real. He could have been weird about the split, the negotiations, the money. He ain't do none of that. He was real honorable, and they got that shit ironed out fast. So I credit both teams. I respect it both. I just think Boo's gonna pull it off. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a competitive decision, win, UD, or whatever the case for Boots. I damn sure wouldn't be surprised if he closed the show. You know what I mean? Xander wouldn't surprise me if he's able to pull it off either. He's a good, disciplined, well-schooled fighter. And he's been boxing, 16, 17 years old pro, I think it was. I think it's 17 or 16, one of the two. Shout out to my brother Mike Kirkman. Appreciate the love back in that super chat, man. He said, I agree with Bozy. Respect to Xander for taking that fight. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Boots taking on the challenges, and that's what you want to see, right? He especially to go from Virgil to him, and both guys seemingly was in talks or thought to fight, somebody else or Virgil once upon a time, and for them to both end up on each other's doorstep is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And just wasn't being a diva about it. That's what I love, man. You get me? No drawn out, stupid, dumbass negotiations, right? None of that. No bunch of false announcements, bluffing, and just overplaying a hand. They got that shit done, and now we got to fight. I'm waiting for this tomorrow. Both guys look in shape. May the best man win. We're gonna get into the $1 million worth of game joint. We're gonna get into that $1 million worth of game joint from Boots that they had dropped yesterday, man. And that is fight week, man. We are Friday. It's a good Friday. We chilling, y'all. We chilling. Shout out to my dog, Gavin, man. I appreciate the love, homie. Said Boo's about to step on that boy. You feel me? Hold on. Let me get my guys adjusted. Shout out to my brother, Mike Kirkland, and my dog, Gavin. That's my dog. Appreciate the love, homie. We gonna keep on rolling. And my dog, Big Dog Willie. Mine George was good, homie. How you feeling? Big Dog Willie, appreciate the love. The 5-piece of Shakur fans stick together. There's not too many. I was scored to the Haney hoes and take a main action course, the biggest duck in history. You know it. Hey, Big Dog, just strap up and get ready for this ride because it's gonna get fun, man. One thing you gotta know is they'll try to beat them with the PR and stuff like that. But when it's time to step in the ring, however it happened, you and I both know, and along with them haters know, he gonna stand on business more times than not. So they're gonna be hate watching for years to come. But shit, you know what? He said he want to hang it up at 33. Shit, it'd be 29. This year? You got a few more left. So hopefully we ain't got too much longer for them to hate, man. But he gonna keep proving it. You already know, Big Dog. They kind of down bad right now because the tables turned. And fighting him right now brings interest and or money. So hopefully those fights are able to be made at some point before they get too old. Nah, shout out to Tay, man. Shout out to Tay. I hope so, man. Come on out, man. You know what I mean? Come on out, man. You know what I mean? Come out and play a little bit, Tay. Come out and play with it. Come on out, man. Come on out. You know what I mean? We need more truth tellers in the space, man. Come on out, G. You feel me? But yeah, man. One thing about us, Big Dog, we gonna keep supporting not just him, but we support them other guys too, just not they crazed ass fan beast. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got some crazed fans, but lately they've been turning it up. We're going to keep building them up. I hope Tank get back. I see the news about the champion recess, so no surprise there. But when he get back, I know he should be on a mission. You get me? But yeah, that's what I want to hear. Tay, come on out, man. Come on out and play with us, man. Wasn't on the Boots train. Yeah, he said I'd probably be on the Shakur boat. Yeah, man. I respect both, man. Really talented dudes, man. Just gym rats. They live a lifestyle, man. They stay in shape, stay in that gym, staying locked in, disciplined. Seem like they love the sport. You always respect that about them. You know what I'm saying? Boots easy to rock with, easy to support to me. Easy guy to support, man. But yeah, man, Bozy said, so you did hear that real quick before we keep it pushing before we get to the interview. You did hear Bozy mention that he mentioned they asked him about Xander talking about going up to the next weight class. And remember, I mentioned that, I don't think it's no surprise there. He's a big boy. He's talked about it on his own. He's admitted it. And for me, I think a win, potentially he could stick around or just, maybe want to stick around depending on the opportunity that might be available if he's able to retain his belts, beat Boots. Might be the biggest win in his career, you know what I'm saying? And a hell of a title defense, right? And it might be a big opportunity there, but to me, with a loss, like you already was unified there, do you necessarily stick around and try to collect the belts all over again or something like that? I doubt it. So I could see him being right up there at 160 with no problem. You know what I'm saying? And again, this fight could be a determining factor, but maybe win or loss, he might be going up. I wouldn't be surprised either way, but definitely with a loss, I could see Xander's eyes going to 160. And I can see Boots sticking around at 54, trying to see what kind of noise he can make there. My hopes for Boots in this 54 division is, we'll get rid of that whole people ain't looking to fight him, right? So I think it's too much talent there. I think it's deep enough. It's enough guys to mix it up with at 54 where he shouldn't have that problem, especially if he's able to get a win this Saturday and he's a unified champion. That should be, that should entice anybody to want to get in the ring with Boots, right? Because I'm not a believer of the whole boogeyman stuff, right? I get it. Sometimes guys look like they have a tough time getting fights. Boots been one of them dudes, but ultimately, when you're in the right position, especially right weight class, man, and that money on the table, people gonna fight, and that's shit. You see what Xander was on. He's a living proof, right? And I don't think he's the only one that'll be willing to fight Boots. At least that's my thought. So just got to keep saying, man, it's always a Virgil fight out there. People can hope that can happen before these guys get old or in another weight class, whatever the case. But no, first things first, though. This fight Saturday going to be one, though. I really believe so. So I'm ready for it. But let's get to this $1 million worth of game real quick, man. All of a sudden, that was mean nothing. Watch. Telling you, that shit be crazy. Be crazy. Boots talking about that undisputed. That shit will not be easy achieving that. I'm telling you, especially with them belts being spread out, man, that shit, politics be stopping a lot of that shit from happening. You don't be able to get that stuff off the ground. People downplay Xander, turn down fighters, the biggest problem in boxing. I agree 1,000,000%, fam. I don't get it either. Like, Xander, is nothing about him that would make me rate him negatively, right? Or have something bad to say. Good kid, good energy, well-spoken, very articulate, been around for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He doing everything he's supposed to be doing, man. I like him and was willing to take this challenge when a lot of people wasn't. Like, they talk it, but he put his money where his mouth is, and he put his belts and everything, all that stuff on the line. So shout out to him. Yeah. Running the fight against Bell. Who's Bell? I don't even know him for real. Hey, man, most people, I'm not going to lie, he's a good fighter, but most people, they can't tell you the guys that he fought, and they can't tell you they seen his fights like that. He's been around, been knowing about Bell for years, but it'd be out of all his fights, I've only seen a couple. Literally like 2. I haven't been able to catch him and see him fight nowhere else, right? It's been hard to catch him. I'm telling you, but the Xander, yeah, I think sometimes people, solid facts, ETB. I think people do that because they already want to take credit from a potential Boots win. So belts is everything. Yeah, depending on who it is talking about it, you know what I mean? And this was a voluntary defense, right? Ant McQueen gotta point that out as well. He ain't have to do this shit. He chose to. So much respect to Xander, man. Much respect, man. And you know that saying, it take two. So I think these guys both made it happen because they let you know, like, look, all roads lead through each other if you want to be great. Xander, no, he already said it. Boots gonna be the best guy that he got in the ring with. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. He know there's gonna be a good fight. And same thing with Boots, but I think Boots just feel like he got a point to prove. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, winner or loser get their respect. The loser too, Draper. The loser too.
$1 million worth of game.
Yes, this
boxing edition.
This is a big one.
Talk to him.
We got pound
I'm
for
gonna do the
pound.
audio just to avoid any
Philadelphia's
copyright
own
joint.
Mr. Catch Your Body, Jaron Boots Ennis. Boots on the ground, 10 toes down. Hit you with a body shot. You done. All the oil, everything just start leaking out
all
of
the type
you.
of shit going on.
And we got legendary Hall of Fame boxing promoter, Eddie Hearn. Boots, June 27th. It's going down. 2 belts. You fighting Xander. Turned pro at 16, undefeated, battle tested. What's going to be the outcome on Saturday?
The outcome on this Saturday is going to be me doing whatever I want. Me putting on a show, having fun doing what I want, making it easy, looking good, putting on a beautiful show and getting a knockout in tonight, how I always do.
Mr. Catch Body, so it's going to be 36-0, 32 knockouts?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We know, I know Boots since he was a youngin'. And everybody in Philadelphia know. You want some real sparring? You know where to go. Bosie's Dungeon. Right above the masjid. They might not got nothing in that motherfucker that work, Eddie, but you gonna fight for your fucking life. You hear me? This is not gonna be no sparring match. This is gonna be you fighting for your life, Eddie, when you go to the Bosie's Dungeon. Everybody know that. So before we even get started, shout out to Bosie, shout out to Pooh, shout out to Farah, the whole family. Eddie, you came to the States a few years ago, Eddie, talking heavy.
They say you just was a dude with an app.
Yes.
They said, oh, who this guy with an app?
Right.
He just got an app. He's not no promoter.
He had the accent with him.
He's
He
nobody.
taking over. And
Who is this guy? He got an app.
And it was one of the biggest get down and lay down plays we ever seen. It was like either you're gonna get down or you gonna lay down. And Eddie, we didn't believe you. I didn't believe you. I was like, who's this fucking guy coming over here thinking we're gonna watch boxing on the app?
On the app.
We watch boxing on Showtime, buddy. We watch boxing on ESPN, buddy, on pay-per-view. Now, Eddie, Golden Boy had the link with you. Top Rank had the link with you. Everybody's coming over. How does it feel, Eddie, to know that everything you said you was going to do, you doing?
Do you know, it's hard not to gloat, right? Because these guys, they all tried to stop me. And they all said things about the app, about the zone.
Who tried to stop you? Who?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah, I just think because people are creatures of habit. When you seen something like an app, you know, people like that shit was foreign. Like, we like, man, app for boxing? Like, we can't flip to a channel. We gotta download an app. So it was new. So I think people had to see it grow and have success for them to believe in it. So it's dope that Eddie Hearn stuck with it and he been able to get the zone to this point, because now I think for better or for worse, you gotta at least respect what Matchroom and the zone's been able to do with Eddie Hearn right there at the helm of things. Pretty dope, man. Because I definitely remember the talks when it first came out, man. I ain't getting no app, man. I remember that. I was one of them, like, man, now we run around with the zone. You get me? So they came a good way, man.
DeBella, Ellerbe, Showtime, Golden Boy, Top Rank, all of them. And they all said things about the zone, which It'll be easy to play back, but we're all working together now. The reason that we got this opportunity is because Top Rank are now with the Zone. So we can't hate on it. We can't gloat on it. I would have done back then because I was a bit younger then. I was a bit more wild, but I'm a little bit more diplomatic now.
Right.
And we did our job. We came in, we made noise, but it's about the opportunities for the fighters. And this is the opportunity for Boots to show the world how great he is. And we wouldn't have got it if everybody wasn't on the Zone and on that platform. So for me, it's been an unbelievable experience. It's still a long way to go. The job's not done.
Right.
But we got some of the best fighters in the world. And this guy to my left is, I believe, the future.
And Bill really would have thought that they was I don't think about PBC guys, people loyal to what they know. Bill seeing the future here still be over there. You know what I'm saying? So he caught a lick. They needed a big name, and he was able to reap the benefits of the fact that they needed a big name, and they had to overpay by their standards, at least what they said. But it is what it is. Smart play by Devin and Bill for sure, but they felt like the Zone was the future. They'll still be there.
Future of the sport, the future pound for pound number one. But as I keep saying, everybody knows he's got pound for pound ability. But until you stack up the resume, you can't be on that list.
Right.
And this is our first big step to be on that list.
Absolutely.
And start to show people how great he is. So I don't want to rub people's nose in it. I want to say let's all work together to make boxing great.
Now, what's the difference between a good fighter and a great fighter? And what fight did you know that Boots was a great fighter?
I tried to sign Boots about 5 years before we signed him. Right? That's right, yeah?
Yeah.
And he had this situation, this other situation. He's no secret, right? Everyone's been talking about him for years and years and years. The difference between being a good fighter and being a great fighter is going into a changing room, sitting down on my seat, and having absolutely no doubt in my mind what he is about to do. So he has no fear, he has no nerves, but nor do I. I know what he's going to do. And I'll sit down on Saturday night and I'll say, come on in, superstar, light him up. Let's see it. And I know exactly what he's going to do.
Absolutely.
And because the mindset is too strong, the skill set is too great. And these are the special guys. It's the same with Boots. It's the same with Bam. You know, even Shakur. Like there's a different kind of mindset. Terence has got the same mindset, no doubt. Like these are greats where you just know what they're going to do. He knows exactly what he's going to do on Saturday night, and he's going to do it. And that, in the big moments, that's when they shine the brightest.
I know, Eddie. You got to understand, Eddie. I knew Boots since he was young. I knew Boots when it was hard for him to get sparring. Because they used to say, he don't know how to work. You get it every...
I like how he talked about how he got that pound for pound type look and that talent, you would think, but he need the resume and the opponents to really be able to solidify and prove that. And I think, you know, Xander Zayas, at least for 54, could be the start of that. I don't think you could walk away from that fight, especially if Boots go out there and do what he do and win, whether it's decision or knockout. You get the dub, especially in convincing fashion. You just got to respect the win. And then he just go on, he move on to do bigger and better things, I would think. You know what I'm saying? I just hope politics don't slow him down. You know what I'm saying? I hope he get the fights that he's looking for at 54. But like I said, this is the start of it. So, and one thing about Eddie, he spoke about how he believes in them financially, all this stuff, like they behind him. I ain't going to say he wasn't rocking with Hitchens, but he ain't never come out and make the kind of statements in favor of Hitchens that I heard him make for Boots. So no wonder why Hitchens felt like he was kind of an afterthought again. He probably got Mayweather Promotions, you know, PTSD all over again and got up out of there fast before it could get too far. Blue was good with it, homie. Let's keep going.
With Boots, he don't care if you're green. He's gonna knock your ass out. Like you see him now, I see him. He be in the ring, and I see him working with people. And you know, he like sticking little.
A1 was good.
Young Boots, it was
only
none
28.
of that shit. No, I'm talking about 16. So it was none of that. It was if you put them gloves on, I'm going to whip your ass in here. So, Boots. they can't really talk about you. They can't say anything because when you looking at greatness, it's hard to really like critique it, right? But the one thing, fake narrative that they try to put out there is Boots get hit too much. And I said, well, just tell me one fight that Jaron Boots Ennis was in that he couldn't have left out the ring and went to the club. And if you didn't know he was in a fight, you wouldn't know he was in a fight. How do you feel about them putting this fake narrative out there that you get hit too much?
At first, I used to be like they just be saying anything, but I feel like, now that I see, like, they gotta find something. When you great, they find they nitpick anything. Same thing with Floyd. They was nitpicking at Floyd, saying he was burned because he's beating guys too easy. But they just, when you great, they find one little thing and they try to run with it and just take off with it. But like I always say, I go in the ring the same way I come out. I don't have no cuts, no bumps, no lumps, no bruises, none of that stuff. And all these fighters that be fighting, they be getting cut up, bumped up, eyes swollen, and they don't say nothing about them. And if I do get hit, I roll with the punches, or sometimes, it's boxing, you gonna get hit, but they make it seem like I just be in a war, a Mexican war, and fighting. Like, it's like, it's crazy. Like, but I tell you, at the end of the day,
I ain't gonna lie, that is a bit of an exaggeration when people be saying Boots get hit too much, because how much is he really getting hit if he leaving up out the ring for the most part the same way he went in and being able to go right to the club if he wanted to? How much is he really getting hit if he's not losing rounds? You get what I'm saying? Putting himself in harm's way like that. And it is boxing. Sometimes you're going to get hit with a good shot. He ain't Superman, but I always thought that was a bit of an exaggeration. And it's a bit of an indictment on the fans as well, because they'll tell you they don't like all that defensive shit that a guy like Shakur do. But then you got Boots, who's super offensive, and then they complain that he get hit too much. So it's like you can't have it all your way. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be aggressive. Boots shows you, what comes with being aggressive, but I think he does it in a way where it's not to his own detriment. I don't think he in there getting beat and knocked upside the head. And it's the same thing with Benavidez. The dude got a high-ass plus-minus ratio. Most people don't know that. He don't get hit as much as you think. Get what I'm saying? He's another one. So, I don't know, man. I just always thought it was an exaggeration that he get hit a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it. Facts. He get hate for not getting hit. Shakur do, and Boots get hate for getting hit. He's like, what the hell? Man, either which way, bro.
I take it as a compliment for real now. And I just, let it be.
Or do you feel as though I mastered the boxing aspect of it? I know what I'm gonna do. I know my training. I know I might need to loosen up a little bit more on the media side of things, because that's people want to know me. They want to get to know me. They want to feel like they know me as well as being a boxer. Did you get to that point?
Yeah, I'm at that point now. I ain't really a social media boy. Like I ain't going back and forth and all that. Like just I want to rumble. I want to put my hands on you. Like I'm a vicious boy. Something might be wrong with me, but I just want to fight. I like to fight. I like to beat up people. But yeah, like coming up now, like, cause my goal is to be, that mega people superstar. So I gotta, put myself out there a little bit more and talk a little more. Right. But I always talk. I just didn't talk as much as I'm talking now. But I'm definitely seeing more and growing more from coming up as when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to do no interviews or nothing. I just wanted to just rumble come on, ready to go. But now I don't mind the interviews. I don't mind doing whatever I gotta do to build up the fight. And that's how you become that mega people superstar. Like. For example, like Floyd have everybody come to this fight. Even Tank got people like rock stars and like people that don't even go to fights. Like that's how I want to be. And so if I want to be like that, I got to put myself out there more and be like that. So yeah.
Man, a great attitude, man. It's the perfect time for him to come up out of his shell. It's good to hear Boots talking more, doing more interviews. We need this from you. You know what I'm saying? Keep beating these dudes' ass. That's why, nothing against Xander. I just really hope he show out tomorrow night. It's nothing against Xander. A likable kid. I'm going to like him, win, lose, or draw. Especially if he win. I rock with him even more if he pull that off. But I just want to see Boots get his just due, man. I hate seeing the fact that this dude 35 fights in, they still talking about hype job, and he ain't that good. He fought all bums. that shit just get lame. It get corny. So after Saturday, like, you damn sure I don't want to hear nothing. Just like Boots said, I don't want to hear he was too young. He wasn't ready. We don't want to hear that weak ass complaining. You know what I'm saying? Give credit where it's due, man. You know what I'm saying? Give credit where it's due. These dudes putting it all on the line. They're giving you a fight they want, that we want. Shouldn't be no complaints. But I want to see Boots really make a statement. Let this be a coming out party, an and one mixtape for the ages. I really want that. As good as I want to see this fight be, I really want to see him do his thing. Get what I'm saying? So it's good to hear more Boots talking, doing more interviews. You ain't overdoing it. You're doing just enough, but keep speaking up, man. Don't be all quiet. Like, we get it. You was quiet for the first half. Now I think it's time to kick up, turn up, and rightfully so, because I expect you to be in bigger fights moving forward, especially with a win. You know what I mean? Do it for the big. Right. Let's keep rolling.
Eddie, Philadelphia is a legendary boxing town. Legendary boxers. What do you rank?
Yeah, they will, Motown. You know it, bro.
The job's not done. Ability-wise, could be the greatest. You know, I really believe that. I mean, you got some great fighters out of Philly. And by the way, when we signed Boots, you talk about fake narratives. The first thing they said was, he don't sell, right? So I went, okay, we'll go to the Wells Fargo in Philadelphia. We did 15,000 for his first fight. Yeah, against David Avanesian. And he was like, fuck, what? Like, you know, and that's just the narrative. It's like, yeah, you don't sell because you took him to some random town across the country. Do you know what I mean? To fight on 3 weeks' notice with no promotion.
And that's what somebody they would say is a no name.
Yeah.
And I did 15,000.
Exactly. And Saturday will be sold out. It'll be a huge event. You'll have half the arena will be Philly and New York, and the other half will be Puerto Rico. It'll be a wild atmosphere. Wild on Saturday.
Yeah.
And
I ain't gonna lie, yo. You could tell when Eddie really behind you and he believe in you, how he talk. Hey, we gotta be refreshing to hear him talk like this about Boots and really believe in it. Because you hear all the slander, all the flack that he get on a day-to-day basis. So somebody that's actually pushing him, you know, it's gonna be a change of pace, something different to listen to, man. Because the proof is there. You can say he fought a nobody all you want, but it was a bunch of somebodies in the arena that night, and I was one of them in the Wells Fargo when he beat the hell out of Avanesian. So, man, it was a smart move to do that, and here he is, growing his profile in there with another guy that got a solid following, good fan base, and I think they're going to pack it out. I do. Hope it is a sellout.
Like, you know, Philly's a great sports city, a great sports city. And I know, like, we want to go back to Philly. You know, we went there a few times, and there's a lot more pressure when you fight at home. Right. Do you know what I mean? There's a few more distractions. He loved it, but then we went to Atlantic City, and he slopped 10,000 in there against Ennis at the Boardwalk Hall. No one's been selling at the Boardwalk Hall. Andre Ward fought Carl Froch at the Boardwalk Hall. I was there. They sold about 1,500 tickets.
1,500, damn.
If that for that fight. This guy goes down there, 10,000 straight away, Ennis.
We was there.
Yeah. So you know, you got the benefit of the great sports city. But we've been going to Philly with small fights, really. Wait till we win on Saturday and we go back to Philly. You know, I mean, we got business relationships with Josh Harris and the owners down there that are building the new arenas down in Philly. Like, they're going to have a brand new big arena down there. Like, it's all set up for Boots. All set up for Boots.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Cash App. For all the parents out there with teenagers, we know you're already trying to keep a million different things under control, but Cash App account without having to switch accounts between the two, making it easy and simple to stay connected. Purchase, nope, don't do that. And it's a way they can also learn financial freedom and also learn how to grow. Cash App. New Cash App customers can earn $10 if you use code FAMILY10. Debit Flex Card. Saving provided by Cash App, A Block Inc. brand. Visit Game with one app. New DraftKings customers sign up right now. Use code Gillie.
That's what I do. This is what I do. I specialize in this shit. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, for me to understand, and I only know about like a good 10 fighters. Yeah. He's one that I know because the popularity of it. Because he win. Why is it that he wins so much, but Boots gets so much hate, like he ain't who he is but all he got is wins.
You know why?
What the fuck is going on?
You know why? That will change after Saturday because you can talk about how good someone is, but we got to see it. So we saw it against Ennis. It's not his fault. Crawford had the same problem when he come through. Everybody knows how good he is. They don't really want to fight him. So you have to pay up. You have to find a way to make it happen. We did that against Ennis at 147 pounds. Ennis was the number one in the division.
Number one.
He beats him. Easy. Mismatch. Right? Becomes unified. We go at 54. We fight for 2 belts on Saturday. Then after that, he'll fight Kelly, he'll fight Fundora, he'll try and become undisputed, and he won't take his foot off the gas. Let me tell you the unique thing about Boots. All of these guys with unbelievable IQ, and this is where the casual audience come in, right? You got guys like Haney, you got guys like Shakur. These are tremendous fighters with great IQ. They don't fight like Boots. Fighters, pound for pound guys, are either great IQ guys with great footwork, or they're exciting knockout artists that don't have the fundamentals. He has it all. From the first bell, he lights up the place because he's trying to win the fight by knockout. Straight away. You wait till Saturday night. This fight's going to catch fire so quick. And if this guy wants to come to fight 6 rounds, the fight will be over, even before. Because he don't mess around. He's not looking to outpoint you over 12 rounds or box and move. He's coming to fucking rip your head off. And that is why he is going to be pound for pound number one. Excitement, pay-per-view, because all these people, you talk about the casual audience. Yeah. The casual audience don't want to watch a boxer move, a smart IQ. They want to see fucking knockouts. And that's what he delivers, but he does it. Yeah. See, when people say he gets hit too much, he fucking chooses to get hit so much. Because he stands in the pocket, he wants to have fun, and he wants to trade with you and knock you out.
He don't run. But Boots, let me ask you this question.
Man, you could, right, Mike. Like I said, you could really hear it in the way Eddie speak that he truly believes in Boots. It's refreshing to hear, man. He like, man, Boots coming right in there to knock you out. He coming right in there to rip your head off, though. He is, though. I call him Mr. No fill out round himself. You get me? Like Boots, he don't really approach fights like that. Let me just see what you got. He go right out there like, regardless of what you got, this is what I got for you from the opening bell until it's over, right? He do got that mentality, like he gets straight to it. Like I love that about Boots, man. So I expect him to do the same thing. You know what I mean? Saturday he gets straight to it. You get me? So I just took a nap, man. Shout out. Nah, man. I don't think it's a shot at Shakur, man. That's the reality. Everything ain't so personal. That's not about Shakur. You see how highly he's speaking Shakur. Nah, he's just speaking the facts. People don't appreciate a 12-round boxing match with high IQ the way they do a knockout. And you heard what he said, the casual audience. He's not shooting at Shakur. He's speaking facts. That's a fact. That's not a shot at Shakur. That's like saying that's a shot at any pure boxer. No, it ain't. It's just a reality. He ain't taking a shot. He's just making a real observation. Casual fans want to see knockouts, fam. They don't want to see boxing matches, high IQ, chess matches. They don't want to see that. They want to see blood. They want to see punches, get right to it. They want to see you get hit and give it back. Like, they want to see what Boots do. Like, that's the casual audience. He captured their imagination of the fans because he get knockouts. So, ain't nothing wrong with a great boxing match. That's for the diehards. That's for the people that appreciate the sweet science. You know, we appreciate both, right? A knockout, sweet science, a great boxing match, chess match, right? Blood and guts. We like it all. Rock'em sock'em here and there. We cool with it. But the casual fan, they just want knockouts. You know what I'm saying? Boy, got to sell his Oda Crawford. Damn. God damn. 100 million, yeah. He been around boxing his entire life. He knows fighters. That's a fact, though. It's a fact. Let's keep rolling.
It seemed like with your fights, as I watch them, right? It seemed like from all the talk, the comments, the commentators, everybody got something to say. It seemed like you make the next fighter pay for that shit.
Every single time.
It seemed like he got to pay. Like, that's some scary shit.
Yeah, I mean, like
I
said, these last couple camps that I've been having, I've been staying off the net. I post whatever I got to post and get right off the Instagram or social media and all that, and just lock in on, what I gotta do, like task at hand. And I be hearing a little stuff, or people that come back and say this person said this or this person said that. I just, don't pay no mind, but I hear it and make everybody eat their words.
How do you stay so focused? Because you know what's crazy? I see a lot of fighters, right? And for me going to all these fights with him, I go to all these fights, and I'm always looking. And I see, I don't know what be going to be loud as shit in there, but for some reason you always hear your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad will tell you to do something,
Yeah.
and you will do it amongst the crowd, amongst that. How do you have that connection? Because I hear a lot of fighters, they abandon their whole fucking fight plan.
Yeah, yeah.
They get on their bike and start grabbing and praying. Grab, pray. And
Every time I fight, I don't know why. I just like certain people I can hear.
You be hearing it.
But I block out everybody else. It's weird. Like I always hear my dad, I always hear my brothers.
Yeah.
I can see certain people and hear certain people, and I don't know. It's weird. Like I just block out everybody else though. I hear how I want to hear, and I hear what I need to hear, and I block everybody else out.
That's wild.
I don't know. It's like a weird little thing that I got going on.
That's what. When did you know though? This is what I'm asking you. When did you know that he was great? What fight was it? What round was it? When was it?
It was probably the Stanionis fight because I knew that he was way above the level.
That's when you knew he was great.
Yeah, that was when. I always, everybody's been talking about him for over 10 years, and I knew how good he was. But when I saw it in the flesh, it was really the Stanionis fight because the other fights were too easy for him. Like I knew what he was going to do in those fights, and I could tell he's an unbelievable talent. But then all of a sudden, you step up against a real guy. And it was what he did to him, and he made him look like it was no disrespect, but a journeyman. I mean, it was like, and this is supposed to be the #1 guy in the division. Right. So on Saturdays,
and that's me at 47. When
yeah,
I
mean, listen,
I should have been more.
Every time I saw him on fight week at 47,
he was great.
I tried to keep a straight. Like you do this a lot with fighters. Some fighters, he never looked bad at the weight, but some fighters look terrible at the weight, right? On Thursday and Friday. And you see them, and they know they also look terrible at the weight. So you go up to them and you go, yo, how you doing? And it's like, don't do anything in the eyes as if to give any indication this guy don't look great. But you'd get to fight week, and you'd look at him on a Thursday or Friday, and you'd think, fuck me, where you gone?
With a baby on the way. Mike always say that he made a world champion quit. With a baby on the way, he was motivated to try to go out there and win. 6 rounds in, he was like, nope, I'm cool. I ain't going back out there with that maniac. I'm cool. Boots different. Boots ass whooping could do you bad, man.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He was like, and then, the good thing about the Stanionis fight is a unified championship, so he didn't have to do the rehydration, because with the IBF, you have to weigh in again on Saturday, and that was killing him as well. And to be honest with you,
I don't even think you don't even know. I had to run
to get that weight off on
no, what you call him? When
Karen.
I first
Judaisian?
Was that Karen? That
was, or Avanesian?
That was no. That was Avanesian. Was it
It's crazy. You got so he's taking weight off on the day of the fight.
Remember, that night. That was Avanesian. I had to run.
But now at 54, and by the way, Xander's a big 54. But this guy, people are talking about in this fight, whoa, Xander's a big 54. Fucking, he's a big 54. He'll be going to 60 and 68 in time.
I honestly think, me personally, just knowing Boots, I think the strongest weight class he's going to be at is 160.
Yeah, well, quite possibly.
Just because when he's sparring and he got his natural weight on, that shit's different. He done dropped heavyweights in the
big fan. Now, you didn't. I thought he was.
Yeah, Boots got some crazy sparring wars, man, or some stories, and I ain't talking about where he out there getting beat up. He doing the ass whooping. I'm telling you, them Boots sparring stories get crazy. You heard here with GHB and them spooky hours, like. I done heard it so much consistently, like the shit that he be doing to people. They said he did it for this camp. Say he beat people ass in training camp, bro.
Fucking beast.
Breaking
when
ribs.
He turned what's name to a bloodbath, that boy Wheeler. When we was in it. That's the dude.
Oh, yeah.
He was leaking like a faucet, man.
Yeah, but that time he's with Showtime, he's with, and I'm watching him going, fuck yeah. And a lot of his fights, don't forget, he came through during the pandemic. So some of those fights were behind closed doors. Those other fights that you had, smaller shows, and that affected a lot of fighters because they never got the chance to grow the profile. Right. So, that really, the Avanesian fight was the first time all of a sudden, I mean, I couldn't believe it when we went on sale.
Yeah.
I like to think we knew what we were doing, but we hoped we'd do a good crowd. That was incredible, you know. And he kind of walked out and even felt fucking hell. And Saturday will be the same, but this is different because this is legacy stuff. So, you need the right dance partners. This is a big fight. Josh Kelly's a big fight. Fundora's a massive fight. All these guys, the guys that we mentioned.
Boots. I'm gonna ask you some names. I need to know, does easy work pop in your mind or a challenging fight? Xander.
Easy work.
Charlo.
Easy work.
Fedora.
Easy work.
Errol Spence.
Easy work.
Devin Haney.
Easy work.
Terrence Bud Crawford.
Easy work.
Now, Eddie, I'm talking to a promoter, Eddie. I'm talking to promoter now.
Man, look, I think we had went over that clip the other day before they dropped the full interview. Look, he's just speaking like a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think he know those guys are all present different challenges for him. But at the end of the day, I feel like as a fighter, you really got to believe that in your mind. Like, yo, I'm going to make easy work out of them. Yeah, these dudes nice, but I'm going to make easy work out of them. That's all. He's just speaking like a fighter to me. Ain't nothing that I'll trip off. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got to believe it, Mike. You feel me? I had to hear about them Nello sparring wars. SP got beats. Ghetto Fab, what it do, family? What's good with it? What's good with you, man? Everybody hit the like button, man. We're going to rock out for a bit on this good Friday. We're going to get through this, and I got a couple more things we're going to touch on.
Because I don't want to put the cart before the horse. He got a fight on Saturday. So I'm speaking from a promoter's standpoint. Eddie, we had Terrence Crawford on the podcast. Terrence Crawford said, y'all wanted me to end Jaron Boots and his career before it started. This man looked at Terrence Crawford and said, yeah, I don't know about that. He said, I would have knocked Boots out. If Boots wanted to fight me, he would say, I want to fight Terrence Crawford, and I'll knock Terrence Crawford out. And on Saturday, when Boots looks exceptional, like we know he gonna look, as a promoter, when they...
Yeah, right. Yeah, I heard Pitbull, turned it down. I had seen the post a couple days ago from Team Russell.
Get that mic and they say, Boots, what's next for you?
Let's see it.
Are you hoping he say... Terrence Crawford said, if I want to fight him.
I mean, if he did, it would break the internet. Do you know what I mean? So,
absolutely break the internet.
He's going to say what he wants to say. The goal for Boots is a legacy guy, right?
Absolutely.
He's a guy who's chasing greatness.
Absolutely.
So he wants to be undisputed.
Absolutely.
He wants to beat all the champions. He's wanted the Crawford fight for a long time.
I know that.
When we signed him, the first thing he said to me, I want Crawford, right? Now, Crawford is right and smart because at that time, the money's not there to fight Boots that weighs up with the risk. Bud's not an idiot. He knows how good this guy is. I'm sure he thinks he can win because he's a competitor, right? Now, as this starts to change and this fight becomes one of the biggest fights in boxing, I mean, look, the guy is retired right now, so you've got to give him his due. But if he was to ever come back, the biggest fight for Bud, the only fight for Bud, is this guy. And as great as he is, like, you know, that's the same thing. I would go into that fight the same way as I told you earlier. I sit down and and that's the most unbelievable thing about representing this guy. You sit down and you go on, Boots, fucking show him, you know, like, and it's like, it's ice cold. And now listen, that's a challenge. He's a great fighter, but I wouldn't even be sweating going into that fight because, you know.
But as a promoter, are you saying call out Virgil Ortiz?
I would never tell him.
No, I'm not saying telling him what to say, but in your mind.
Listen,
I'm saying in your mind.
All the people you mentioned, Fundora, Ortiz, Charlo, Spence, whoever, Crawford, of course. But you know, you're calling out a guy that's retired. You know, but if that's what he did in the ring, the internet would go crazy. You know, see, he don't really talk like that.
No.
But if he ever turned around and said, "Who do you want next?" I'll tell you what I want next. You motherfucker, Crawford. I'll beat the shit out of you. Right? The fucking the game would go mad. You know what I'm saying? But that's good because that's not really his style. But he's got that in him to do that.
Absolutely. He's from Philadelphia,
exactly. So like, you know, expect the unexpected. This journey is going to be incredible because he's going to be pound for pound number one for a long, long time. So If Bud was to ever come out, he's a great fighter. But listen, once that fight starts becoming, Bud loves his money.
Absolutely.
If that fight becomes a massive payday, he'd probably take it.
Absolutely.
We'll be ready.
But he's fearless. It was like
think
about.
Bud coming back. I don't think Bud coming back. I know I've been seeing the little videos and shit, but I don't know. It seems like that dude enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't see it. But anything is possible, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think he enjoying his time off, his time away from the sport.
4 or 5 years ago, we was in the living room at the studio.
Yeah, he do,
He
James.
told Earl Spence, "What's up? What we doing?" FaceTime. Like, what the fuck is we doing?
No. His exact words was, Errol Spence said, "See, you little pups gotta learn how to respect the big pups." And he said, "Little pups, I never let somebody that drink liquor beat me." That was his exact words.
Now on Saturday, like, how this shit gonna go? Like, how it's gonna go, Boots? Like, how long do we got?
However I wanted to go. Damn. This is my show. I'll make him do whatever I want him to do. If I want to beg him, I'm going to beg him. If I want to box him, I'm going to box him. I'm going to do whatever I want.
Now, Eddie.
When it comes to investing, most people think they've got two options. Obsessed over the market every day, or hand your money to an algorithm and just John Klein endorsement. Not a guarantee. Do that in there,
But he's doing, which, you know, more fighters need to do. Post your shit and get the fuck off. Right. Why do you need to work like you work and listen to negativity of people
that's not getting in that ring?
Even do your,
they're not getting in that ring.
Couldn't lace your boots, couldn't do the work,
right?
Let alone be as good as you.
Right.
And that's where you got to have the focus. You got to say, you know, he's in a great place, great place.
Boots, I feel like Xander already told you what the game plan is. He pretty much threw all his cards on the table and said, "This is the game plan." By over talking too much. Yeah. He said, "We know Jaron Boots Ennis can fight in close. We know Boots can fight at middle range. Can Boots fight at distance though?" Basically, you just told your game plan. You just said you're going to go in there and try to keep Boots at a certain range, and he step in, you step back.
So he going to run?
Yeah, basically. It's all boxing though.
Hey, Wallo's stupid. So he going to run? It's funny. I didn't hear exactly what Gillie is talking about, but I said that when he said something about he gonna be chasing ghosts or shadows, whatever he said, and that shit make me think that's what you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because you mid range and close, you gonna get that man opportunities that you don't need to give him, and he gonna be able to land on you. Shout out to Jess. How you feeling? Good to see you in the building.
This is running. That's running, right?
And two, you
I don't think
basically make him exchange. Do you think that's the game plan? That
I don't care what game plan he got. I ain't gonna lie. It don't matter what he do. We ready for everything. We had all types of work in my camp. Like, we had tall guys, we had fast guys, we had 68 pounders, 60 pounders, 75 pounders. I had 147 just for movement. So whatever he do, we're gonna be ready for it, and it don't matter what he do for real. I ain't gonna lie. He can do backflips and try to stay away. It ain't gonna work, right? It don't matter. Whatever he do, I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna get him.
He said he could try to do backflips and stay away. It ain't gonna work.
Well, there you have it, man. June 27th, this Saturday, live on the Zone pay-per-view. You got Xander Zayas and Jaron Boots Ennis. What's on the undercard, Eddie?
Oh, we got two of the biggest stars in world boxing. Emiliano Vargas against Bryce Mills, the New York fighter.
Absolutely.
We got Ben Whittaker, the UK star, against Popeye.
That's a slick kid right there.
Real slick. Jalil Tucker, tremendous fighter as well. Brilliant undercard. And it's the fight of the year. And again, you say to fight fans, it's the fight of the year. That's the fight of the year. Okay, tell me a better fight.
No.
Tell me the only one that compares, and it was never going to be the kind of fight you'll see Saturday, was Shakur against Tio. That was a good fight.
Yeah.
But this is different.
I remember one time, though. This guy walked up on you. Say, "Hey, you want a picture?" Was you one of my fans? You did this to him. That's what you said to him. I'm like, damn, I thought he... And now I killed him because he tell me he's the boxing almanac. He's the greatest boxing historian. You asked him, you said, "What, you want a picture real quick?" Because you was with your guys. I said, "Look at you fucking groupie."
No, listen what happened, right?
He was a groupie.
Devin was on the Zone. Devin is a regular on $1 million worth of game. do 1 million views. You know, I'm like,
That bro could
he's
be a
on his
Power
own.
Ranger.
Our shit did 1 million views the week of the fight. And he gotta know who I am. This is fucking.
I said he's a boxing group.
Like no other platform.
Might be right, Damon, but I tell you what, that was a little slug that Eddie
Got 1
just
million
threw a
views
second ago.
on his kid. Like, I walked up, I said, Eddie!
Like you know him.
And
I
he
said, look, got you, dumbass.
Hey, you want a picture?
Yeah, see? Boxing fanatic.
I said, God damn, man.
Now I know. Now I know. I'll be asking you for a picture.
Now,
on Saturday.
No, it was cool. I didn't take it personal, but he talked a lot
After
of
this
shit
fight,
to me about that.
after he knock him out, he do his thing. I'm looking for this big fight. Now, if you need some help on promotion, they say you and Dana White supposed to be doing a fight. Like, what's going on with that?
Dana.
Yeah, you and Dana.
All right.
Y'all not
Well,
when y'all get in the ring?
Dana said he wanted to fight me.
Well, y'all get in the ring. I'm saying, you've
No, I
been
told
training,
him
his
I'd do
boots
it.
training
Now
you?
he's saying, no, I would go straight to Bozy.
Okay.
Bozy's already told me he wants
He'll
to train
train
me
you.
for the fight. Yeah, I
Okay.
want to go and see these, but I mean, these sparring stories are a bit scary. I don't think we do too much sparring, but, you know.
No,
Listen, I'll be ready. I'll be ready for Dana, you know.
That's going to be a big fight.
Yeah, it'd be a big fight, but let these guys do
Okay,
the real
after they
fight.
get done.
Yeah, and then.
I got somebody else you can add to the undercard.
Yeah.
You know Ish?
Who?
You know who Ish is?
Ish, of course. Yeah.
You know when we can throw him on a
Who's he gonna fight?
whoever ain't gonna duck him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's Philly too. Whoever ain't gonna duck him.
Yeah.
Who you want to throw anybody in there? Throw a
Yeah.
big name in there.
Okay.
He'll know what to do.
Yeah.
He'll get him out of there. But he's that too.
Absolutely.
Philly.
Shout out to Neff. I see
Yeah,
you.
he on it. It's that ball.
You know.
The chef.
This Saturday.
Chef, yes.
Live on
Cool.
the zone. Pay-per-view. Make sure y'all get it early.
Make sure y'all get it.
Get it early. Matter of fact, order it now. Soon as this is done, go on the zone and order the fight right now. Xander's Eyes, Jaron, Boots, Ennis, and you will hear the new and the new. Them belts is coming home to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and it's just like that. Right.
Shout out to Gillie and Wallo, man. I mean, always cool chop up with Boots, man, before the fight. Like I said, I'm just glad they both made weight. We're ready to see a fight. All right, let's keep rolling. I got a couple more things we're gonna touch on. So look, dude, I see dude was coming in here mentioning this shit with Tank. And this is what we seen officially with Tank, you know, as far as Gillie a fool. WBA has named Gervonta Davis the lightweight champion in recess and ordered Floyd Schofield and Lucas Bahdi to fight for the division's now vacant title. Champion recess. I'm not surprised by this. It's like they did it, didn't do it. Now they did it officially. Okay, cool. Maybe Tank is out for the rest of this year. Who knows? I know he was going back and forth with Shakur and Devin Haney, but you know that's Twitter stuff. Like I said, at the end of the day, I don't know how much ground that he's made with the Devin Haney situation. We know from Devin Haney, he said his team reached out, but like I said, that's a crazy fight for both of them to take coming off layoffs and stuff like that. But just never know with boxing, man. Money talks and BS walks. But saying they making him a champion in recess. Now you got Lucas Bahdi and Floyd Schofield fighting for this vacant title. Now they could finally shut the hell up about not getting an opportunity for the belt, right? I know they're going to make it seem like Tank ducked them or whatever the case may be, but in reality, y'all got what y'all was looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to, I think that's a more winnable fight for Kid Austin. I think that's one that, you know, I think it's one that, you know, Kid Austin definitely could win. Lucas Bahdi, he got a good punch on him. He could box a bit, but I think he's going to be too slow. Kid's athleticism and speed might be a problem right off the bat. And he got good power, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if he's able to go out there and beat Lucas Bahdi. Possibly stop his ass, too, just because dude's slow. But we'll see. You can't give nobody wins. Maybe he'll be tough, rugged, and give Kid all he can handle, but I doubt it. But we'll see. Seemed like a cool fight. You know, I'm guessing Tank just going to be out for the rest of this year. Who knows how long, but we'll see. Son child, money talks. WBA not trying to burn that bridge. That's why it is champion recess. Tank, when you ready to come back, you know, you got dibs on the title. Don't even worry about it. But I don't think he give a damn too much anyway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think he about to lose no sleep over this shit. So Let them fight for the vacant title. They're gonna end up calling them dudes email champions. Y'all know how it go. And yeah, you got Lucas Bahdi and Kid Austin. Solid fight, man. Kid could win that one. You know what I'm saying? I could see Oscar signing up for that, signing off on that, being willing to take that challenge, because Tank Davis fight was going to be way too risky, in my opinion. But he would have took it. He would have got his ass kicked, in my opinion. Tank had to go in WBA talks. I didn't think they would strip him. Yeah, champion recess. He still got dibs. You know what I mean? When he come back, if he want to, right? So shit don't really change nothing. Tank, you just never. I think his return was always questionable anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I would guess once he got everything squared away, he'll be back. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, you got Lucas and Kid Austin fighting for the title. Yeah, I think so too, Andrew. I don't think nothing wrong with fighting for a vacant title at all. I really don't. Yeah, he's gonna be super extra. We ain't never gonna hear the end of him, Mike. Let's keep rolling on this Good Friday, man. I'm not gonna keep out here forever. Today, we're not gonna be here super long, but let's keep getting to some things. So look, that's the news for Tank. Tank champion of recess, Lucas Bahdi, Kid Austin. Good fight, man. We could break it down more as they get closer, but hopefully they make it to this fight this time. With AI funny. Yeah. I seen it. I was playing some of them up here at SP. I had some of them. I was playing them. But let's keep rolling, man. So, again, I think with this happening, I doubt you see Tank come back before the year is out. I'm doubtful, at least now, for me. But we'll see. Because remember, he was supposed to be in talks with Kid Austin. They said the negotiations were going good. And then, boom. Now you got that. So look, man, I had seen this audio and stuff, and I got tagged in it a couple times. I sent to me, and people was talking about it. I think y'all probably heard it by now, but this was some audio. I gotta play this. Is supposed to be some leaked audio from 50 Cent, and it's supposed to be Al Haymon and Leonard Ellerbe on the phone talking. I guess talking about Floyd. When Prince was supposed to fight Devin, you already know, Teach. I just don't think. I think it's a low likelihood that happens. But if they shock us and pull that rabbit out of a hat, that'd be super impressive. Off a layoff for both of them, where they could find a way to meet in the middle and or agree to money and everything. I just feel like so many hurdles they got to jump through, and it makes me wonder how willing is PBC really to pay Team Haney, right? Pay Devin if they're gonna do business with him. I just don't know. So, but I wouldn't be against this shit. They gonna give it to us. Hey, let's see it. But let me play this clip, man, from these dudes. About this Floyd situation, man. It's just sounded crazy. I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit gonna be short-lived. Schofield becomes champion, dude will come snatch that shot. Yeah, if they ever make that fight, I think they'll try to play keep away, but it'd be interesting being at Top Rank and Golden Boy is under the same umbrella. Should be easy to make a fight like that. But yeah, I think if they made it, Abdul would definitely get it up off. Definitely. But let's play this little short clip. It wasn't a long-ass clip, but 50 is the petty king, man. I don't know what the reason was for leaking it, but he did. But I played the fight hype one. Shout out to fight hype.
I told you I was just pissed. I didn't like what, It's okay. You just worry about your family and you worry about yourself. Me and you stay close together. And we're going to put his little ass in the ground. You'll see. Yeah, because like I said, that just pissed me off. He owned the fucking PBC. Yeah, well, he's been saying that for years. He's been saying that. You don't own a motherfucking thing. You own yourself. Yeah. It's up here and don't a bunch of millions of dollars. Don't worry about that. He's got to build a biotech to put your name have money for. I got us covered, man. You just do your thing. Me and you are covered. Okay? Yeah, okay, brother. We get to work tomorrow and the others. I was saying, and your stuff's already in your mind, in your bag before you leave? Okay. Thank you, Ben. Okay.
You know, sometimes when the offer's big enough, then, you know.
What's one of the obstacles to go overseas? Like, I know the Middle East has wanted Floyd to fight there, the UK has wanted Floyd to fight there.
Me and Al have gotten so many offers from so many different countries. From Africa, I mean, everywhere. So, you know, we always take a good look at everything. And, you know, people all over the world want to see Floyd come and bring his talent, you know, to their country.
Is there something you think that Floyd really wants to do before he ends his field and take the show over?
He would love to do.
It's crazy. It's crazy how, I mean, you know, I don't know what to say about that, man, but that sounded crazy. He said he was going to put his little ass in the ground. Dang. You know what I mean? It just goes to show you, man, everything ain't what it seems, man. You will never know what's the true context or nature of that conversation. But damn, I think that was pretty clear. You know what I mean? So you put his little ass in the ground. Sound crazy. You know, Floyd did used to talk like he owned the PBC. You know what I mean? He did talk that shit once upon a time. But I mean, look. Who knows when that actually took place or how long ago that was? But if that's valid, then it would be no surprise that Floyd was suing and all that shit, got the lawsuit. Like, everything ain't what it seems in boxing, man. It's a snake business, man. You just never know. Like, I can't say who right and who wrong because you never know what led to that. But damn, he said he put his little ass in the ground. It's crazy. That sounded wild. Everything else was just whatever. But that was the most wildest part to me. Yeah, facts teach that was wild. I'm like, damn. So you would have thought him and Leonard was thick as thieves, man. I remember him always going to bat for Floyd. He seemed like his loyalty to Floyd was unmatched. You get what I'm saying? Like, at least that's what it appeared on from the outside looking in, but you would never know. I would never know, but kind of crazy to see that, man. Yeah, hell yeah, it did, right? Real quick, it did sound like it. Hold on, let me see something real quick.
I told you I was just pissed. I didn't like what, you know. It's okay. You just worry about your family and you worry about yourself. Me and you stay close together. And we're going to put his little ass in the ground. You'll see. Yeah, because like I said, that just pissed me off. He owned the fucking PBC. Yeah, well.
That's what it sound like, right? Sound like he's saying, it would stick together. We're going to put his little ass in the ground. We'll see. It's tough, man. But who knows when that actually took place. But I'm just not surprised, man. I'm just not surprised by much of anything no more when it comes to boxing. You know what I mean? You always heard pretty positive things about Al Haymon, but everything you ain't going to be perfect. And, you know, I guess they was in business for so long, man. Maybe stuff ain't go or end up the way they thought it was. Who knows? But it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy. Something that you didn't expect, though, because, again, for it to be Al Haymon and allegedly and Leonard Ellerbe, that definitely sounded like Leonard Ellerbe. I never really heard Al speak, so who knows? But that definitely sounded like Leonard. Sounded like they wasn't feeling Floyd, man. He pissed me out talking about he owned the PBC. You don't own shit. You own yourself. Leonard, man. Leonard somewhere sitting there, full gray beard, man, all white. You know what I'm saying? Like a Santa Claus, bro. But where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to play a little clip from Bob Arum. Bob Arum was speaking on some things with this situation in regards to Floyd. Let me play it. I think Floyd had a short video, too. It's crazy. Situation playing out shows me his levels to his business. Yeah. It's crazy. You just never know, man, George. It's tough. I just know everything ain't, you know, like what people are making seem like dudes is, and then nobody perfect, right? So you know it's gonna be some situations that get a little crazy, and that just might have been one of them. Might have been one of them. Crazy stuff, though, man. Crazy stuff, though, bro. Crazy stuff, man. For you get the old gang back together, and then on top of that, his fight just got canceled too. One of his fights just got canceled. I'm just like, bro, Floyd seemed like he can't catch a damn break. There's smoke there. Fire. Right? It's like he can't catch a damn break, bro. Well, let me take this off real quick. I gotta figure out what this lag is about. I don't like it, fam, at all.
You, Bob. Just how are you, brother? You know, we've seen you something about a knee replacement. Just how have you been, man?
Good. Yeah, you're right. You know, I had a good doctor and good aftercare. But you know, when you have a knee replacement, no matter what, it puts you on your ass for a while.
Right.
Yeah, you got like
Xander's
Bob.
planning on doing that to Boots on Saturday.
Yeah.
Just you know,
what was
when you first saw?
And real quick, I ain't gonna celebrate it like some people do, and like you know, almost cheer it and good for him. I don't have that energy, but I'm not over here feeling sympathetic because I believe it. First of all, I don't think he like poor people broke. That's one, and then another thing is like one thing I've always hated as an individual, myself as a man. Don't oversell me the lifestyle. Like after so many years of showing it to me, you don't need to prove to me or nobody else that you still gotta just live life. And when you still see them videos and you know all these handbags, they look like a bunch of bags for women, a bunch of big expensive bags though, and it just look like you still selling me the lifestyle, all the chains, the watches, the glasses, all that shit. Is just like at some point you gotta live and stop trying to convince people that you live in a certain way. Just live life. You did it already. Get what I'm saying? Living beyond your means is diabolical. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the amount of money that you made and had at your disposal. That shit'd just be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Specs was good, man. He was up winning with all his glasses. I could call him out because I ordered the glasses, fix his glasses, then he'd buy them from a sister. Site with higher discounts I couldn't do. Damn, yeah. Used to help Leonard with his glass. Shout out to Specs, man. You feel me? That ish was older I got more. I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You was like, yeah, you be like, yo, it's dope. He living that life, but after a while, it get cringe. It's like now you look like a hostage. Now you look like if it wasn't for your money, people wouldn't even deal with you. You look it appears lonely. Like you're not like you notice in those videos, you don't look happy. All of it look like an act. It don't look natural. It look forced. It look like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. But you look like a prisoner of your own wealth, of your own money, and your own lifestyle. You was never able to, in my opinion, turn off the character, right? Take off the costume, reveal the, take the mask off and just be Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather. That money shit is stupid after a while. Like you ain't have to live like that forever because you couldn't fight forever. So we ain't expect you to have to live that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Just do you. You know what I mean? You showed it to us for so many years, but the fact that you could still see him selling you the lifestyle is always a red flag to me because it's like you still trying to convince people, see, I got this, all them videos with the cash and the cars and we got everything and you got all that shit just always, it rubbed me the wrong way. It's cringe. It's like, this shit ain't even good content because it's not even a flex no more. And it's like, at what point, like, are you doing this to broke people? Because you're not impressing other rich people because they got way more than that. And that's not how they show their wealth, with a bunch of material shit that depreciate and don't make you money. So investments show me, the sky. I'd rather see the skyscrapers you bought and shit like that, the gyms that you invested in, that stuff, rather than that same old MTV Cribs vibe. Look at all this. Look, y'all, look what I got. See, look how I'm living. I'm living like this. I'm living great. I got the while. It's like, bro, show us something different. So, you know what I mean? Like, he don't even get it. Some of the most viral moments without even trying is having his grandson hit the bag and the moments that he got with him. Like, I'd rather see that than any material thing from you because I've seen it for so many years throughout your career. I'm not impressed. I'm not a female, and no disrespect to that, but I'm not impressed by that. And I feel like after a while, the women are like, man, so like, what's your personality like? Like you start thinking, great, like, man, I don't want to see this shit no more. I like to see you living, but at that age, like I don't want to see you moving like a YN. Like you still moving like you stuck in that when you boxed and you was never able to get out of character and take the costume and the mask off. So and reveal the real you. So living that lifestyle is probably what got him caught up, if it's any truth to these financial woes, which I hate to even discuss. So I try to keep it brief on it all. Shout out to Floyd. I hope you find a way to get back on top. You know what I mean? If you're having these issues. But let's keep rolling, y'all. I'm gonna play this. And I got one video from BDA, some Haney documentary, man, that they did, you know, saying how small, you know, Haney like fighting smaller fighters, something weird like that. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna react to that. We're gonna slide out everybody.
This is a kid I gotta get on the team.
Well, you know, we never had anybody that young. And he was a good-looking kid, and he was extremely dedicated. And, you know, all of those elements dictated that we would take a shot with him. We didn't know how good he would be. We didn't know.
Telling you, the sunken place is real. Telling you, letting money steer the vessel. Like, bro, it looked like they could, like, you look like a hostage. You like a prisoner to your own wealth, to the dollar. Like, it just don't look comfortable. Every video look forced. You don't look happy. You don't look like you at peace. Now look, I'm living good. And that's something. It took me a while to catch on to that. And I'm like, yo, you notice these videos look forced? Not saying somebody really forced, but it's like you don't look happy at all, fam. Like at all. I'm not convinced that you happy. I'm not at all. None of that wealth, none of that material shit is like, it goes to show that shit don't mean nothing, bro. It really don't mean nothing. I'm telling you.
He would stick with it. He was a real young, he was a baby. He was 16 years old.
Was there any, I don't know, hesitation on your guys' side with making this fight? You know, a lot of people say, kind of like what happened with Fernando Vargas in Trinidad, right? That maybe it was a little early for him in this stage of his career. Was there any hesitation on your end?
Well, there always is hesitation, to be honest. This is a very, very tough fight for Xander. But Xander was the one, he's the fighter, and his people, they're the ones that push for this fight. They have seen something in Boots that makes him vulnerable as far as they're concerned. And if the fighter really wants the fight, unless it's just stupid, completely stupid, we go along with it.
You know, just one of your former fighters seems to be having money issues. You know, Floyd, his fight just got canceled in Greece. His fight with Mike Tyson might get suspended. Obviously, Pacquiao just got pushed back as well. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that whole situation?
Well, it's very, very sad. But, you know, Floyd had a great career. He made a lot of money. But in his mind, that made him a great genius, great business genius, great genius in life. And because he overrated life, he ran out of money. You can't, no matter how much money you have, you can't have 2 big planes, 10 security guards. It's going to cost you money. I mean, so again, I'm really sad to see that happen, but hopefully he'll get out of it. Hopefully he'll get out of it.
You know, one of your fighters, Keyshawn Davis, sounds like he's in the mix for the Devin Haney fight, but also apparently is Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. You know, I want to talk to you about Keyshawn. You're obviously on that side. Have those talks been serious with him and Devin?
Yeah, well, we're going to be talking tonight with the DAZN people, and that's one of the potential fights we'll be talking about.
Bob, what's your thoughts on Zuffa Boxing and Dana White being involved in boxing?
Dana White really is a cancer for boxing, because you come in and you want to get rid of all the sanctioning bodies, and we know where that's going to lead. We know what happened with Dana White and the UFC and how they made a lot of money by underpaying the fighters. I mean, they just lost a lawsuit for $350 million. They're about to lose another lawsuit for $400 million. Why? Because they pay their fighters peanuts, and they make all the money themselves, and they talk about building the sport and so forth. So if they got a foothold in boxing, in my opinion, it would be the same thing as far as the boxers were concerned. Initially, they'd make money, but ultimately, they'd be like paupers.
Sounds like the Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight is not going to happen in the UK. What do you make of that? Is that a travesty for British boxing fans?
Well, obviously the fight should be held in the UK. I don't know why it wouldn't. I mean, two iconic fighters who are Brits with beautiful stadiums like Tottenham and other places. Why wouldn't you do it in the UK? You're not going to do a bigger gate any place other than the UK. Now, if they wanted to do the fight in the United States, you know, we still have a contract with Fury for fights in the United States, so I suppose we'd get involved. But that fight don't belong in the United States. It belongs in the UK.
What have you made of DAZN as a platform, and what are your first impressions of working with them?
They're really good, first-class people. I know most of the executives. It's a pleasure working with. But basically, it's not me. It's the people on my staff who have to interact with them, and they all find that they're really good people, and they want to really put out a terrific product, and that's what they're doing, and it's really a privilege for us to work together with them.
There's a rumor, Bob,
Doug was good with it.
that Teofimo might be facing Rolly Romero in August. I believe Teo's still with you guys. What could you tell us about that?
You know, I don't know. Teofimo, until he really settles down, just wasting your time. I think, but that would be a good fight. Yeah, Teofimo Romero. But again, they'll come to us when they're ready for the fight to really happen. And that happened.
Yo, Bob too old for the games, bro. He too old for the games.
Hasn't happened yet.
He ain't playing.
Why hasn't, what's the disconnect there? That the rumor comes out, but it seems like he's not talking to, obviously, his promoter with you. What's going on?
Teofimo's a strange sort of guy. I like him very much. I like the father. But, you know, it's hard for me to seriously comment on somebody who's strange.
He said it's really hard for me to comment on somebody that's strange. I'm saying Bob don't understand Teo ass, man. Teo out here playing games. He said that man is strange, man.
Just your criticism you had of Dana, does that mean you wouldn't really have any interest in partaking in any fights along with Zuffa boxing?
Not a question of Zuffa boxing. I just think that Dana White would end up to be a cancer for the sport of boxing. And I don't like how he operated in the UFC. That wasn't fun. We're underpaying all these fighters, so they had to go into court, and they settled one suit for $350 million and looking to settle the next suit for even more. So again, and boxing promoters by and large don't operate that way. They pay the fighters what they're worth. Some say they overpay the fighters. But I don't like the way the Dana White, the UFC, operate. And
so what were your thoughts when Turki Al-Sheikh recently stated that he would like to bring Dana White, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, who you do business with, all together in conjunction and work together? What were your thoughts about that when you said it?
Well, you know, Turki loves boxing. He loves the sport. And he has dreams about what he wants to do. but I wouldn't take it very seriously. I mean, obviously, Turkey at one point had a lot of influence because, unlike Zoop or whatever they are, he was ready to put up, and he did put up tremendous amounts of money for these fights. Well, things aren't the same with the Saudis anymore. You see what happened with the golf, and with other businesses. The steady flow of cash is no longer going to be there. They have a lot of money, but they're not going to piss it away like they have in the past.
What were your thoughts in regards to his announced health issues, Turkey Al-Sheikh's announced health issues? Do you think that's going to have any immediate impact on boxing, plain safe?
Well, I'm going to ask you what you've heard. I knew from the beginning when I met him that he had been treated in a New York hospital for cancer.
Well, he announced he's memory issues. He has concerns if he's going to recall his name within the next few years. So do you think that will make him go even harder into the boxing landscape right now?
I don't know what you just said.
Okay, so he recently announced that he may have issues with recalling his name.
Bob said, I don't know what you just said. Man, his old head is funny, bro. Bob really don't pull no damn punches, fam.
Boxing landscape right now.
I don't know what you just said.
Okay, so he recently announced that he may have issues with recalling his name within a few years.
Recalling his own name?
It turned Alzheimer's. Yeah, he said, yeah.
Well, I don't want to get into it. What do I know? Yeah. I mean, my relationship with him and dealing with him over the years, I have nothing but good to say about it. He was always a gentleman, and I enjoyed being with him. And I spent some time over in Riyadh. And if his health has taken a bad turn so that he would talk about it, I'm really sad. I mean, you know, I know for myself that if I got really sick, I wouldn't announce it to anybody but that's me. I don't understand him announcing to anybody that he's having mental problems or anything. And if it's true, it's very sad because basically he's a really nice guy.
Are you kind of enjoying this Dana White?
Crazy, man. That's interesting thoughts from the OG Bob, man. Seemed like he ain't in the business of getting away of fights being made either, man. It just seemed like he's singing a different tune, but he always blunt, been straightforward. But, man, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what Turk was on, so he might not be able to remember his name in the next few years or something like that. It did sound odd to be, making people aware of that. Like, you will question what was the reasoning for it? What was the reason behind it? But it is what it is. Maybe that'll force him to want to put fights on faster. Who knows? Bullshit, Turkey health problem. He said he was when he met him, he was getting treated for cancer, and I think did he say New York hospital or something, getting treated for cancer. So I think I've heard something about his health declining before this point where we at now, but you just never know what the hell be going on no more. Shout out to Yes Indeed Boxing Shower was good with it. Turkey has cancer. It's crazy.
Very close fight from ringside. How did it feel?
All right, this is Devin Doc that I came across, man, from BDA. We're going to cover this, and we're going to head out on this Good Friday Blaze. What it do? Shout out to Shower. What's good, Queen? How you feeling? Might be wearing a pamper, but his mind's too sharp. Right? You call him Pamper Bob. But let's see this, Damon. This for you, man. It was going at your boy, I think, in this one. His pituitary gland. Damn. That's unfortunate, man. Prayers for Turk, man. Prayers for Turkey, man. Everybody hit that like button. We're going to get through this doc, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they was talking about. Blessings to you, Shaw. How you feeling?
Inside the ring to be in there with Vasily Lomachenko. Say it again, I couldn't hear you.
All right, this is Mr. BDA. Now, weeks ago, in the spring of 2026, it was revealed that Vasily Lomachenko, the former pound-for-pound king, was planning a comeback. Now, we haven't seen the crafty Ukrainian fight since 2024, but whether he remains retired or gives the pro ranks another try, Lomachenko is seen by some as an underachiever. So in this video, we're gonna rewind and look at his last big bout and how he was denied the chance at undisputed greatness.
Nice way to get on the side. Now we see what type of lifestyle you've been living. This is when it all comes out.
So let's dive in. After a stellar amateur career, Vasily Lomachenko turned pro in 2013. There, he forged a legendary reputation with an alleged record of almost 400 wins and only one loss. But amateur records are like a Cuban boxer's age, difficult to verify.
Bullshit.
Regardless of the record, Lomachenko had dominated the amateur ranks, gobbling up 2 gold medals at the World Championships as well as 2 at the Summer Olympics. This earned him a near-mythical standing.
As big a reputation as we've seen for any amateur since Roy Jones.
Yeah, he has a hell of a reputation, Jim. I have never seen an amateur record so impressive in my life, and I think this has to be the best amateur record I ever seen.
After a brief sojourn in a semi-pro league, Lomachenko finally
lie.
joined.
Only losing one time in the amateurs is crazy, bro. Especially when you got damn near 400 wins. Is wild.
The pro ranks when he signed with top-ranked promotions. Now 25 years old, Lomachenko wanted a fast start. He made the insane demand of wanting to become champion in his first professional fight. Top-ranked promotions compromised and asked that Lomachenko have at least one pro bout. Agreeing, Lomachenko took on the tough pug Jose Luis Lamides and easily dispatched of him via body shots. Now, Top Rank delivered the title shot. It wasn't really a championship shot, as the title in question was a WBO strap, which was just a couple of years into being considered a real championship. The title may not have been a real championship, but the opponent certainly was, in the form of Orlando Salido. Salido was the king of the featherweight journeyman, as 3 years earlier, he'd upset 2004 Olympic hotshot Juan Manuel Lopez by stoppage. Salido repeated the feat a year later in what turned out to be a brutal war. And in 2013, in the Battle of the Orlandos, Salido straightened out contender Orlando Cruz by stoppage. Salido was a well-conditioned, double-tough boxer who possessed underrated combination punching. But things got tougher for Lomachenko when the veteran Mexican failed to make weight. Eager for that WBO featherweight strap, Lomachenko proceeded with the bout. It was a tight-knit affair that featured a lot of clinching and not a whole lot of clean punching. Actually, the cleanest punches were the low blows that Salido repeatedly landed throughout the bout. Lomachenko finally got to Salido in the last round with some heavy body shots. But it wasn't enough, as Salido's grit, weight, and dark arts nabbed him a split decision win. Criticized for his unwillingness to deduct Salido any points, referee and real-life version of Stan Smith, Lawrence Cole, admitted he should have, but then offered the bizarre defense that Lomachenko hadn't complained during the bout. Apparently, a referee should only deduct points if the offended party complains about it. Cole then cried victim and claimed that he was being unjustly criticized because his father was the Texas commissioner. Cole went on to say, "They always come back to the fact that I'm Dickie Cole's son. If Dickie Cole had everyone in his pocket, don't you think that I would be working every main event?" Bob Arum, for his part, came in with an "I told you so." As he stated, "That shows you why you don't rush into a title fight." He, Lomachenko, was conserving energy and didn't do enough until the end. If he had started fighting that way earlier, he wins the fight. He's not too damaged by the loss, but it's a reality check. You can't do things like that so quick. Now, Lomachenko was to blame for agreeing to fight despite Salido not making weight and jumping in so quickly for a title shot. But Lomachenko appeared to miss the lesson as he pressed for yet another title shot. Later that year, Lomachenko defeated the undefeated and ultra-quick Gary Russell Jr. Russell's speed helped him in keeping the fight competitive early, but Lomachenko beat him up in round 6 and had him reeling in the 12th. Lomachenko controlled the fight, but the judges must have gone to the Lawrence Cole School of Officiating, as one of them scored a draw for Russell. Lomachenko walked away with the WBO strap and proceeded to defend it 3 times, scoring 2 stoppages.
Man, it's crazy how that dude wanted a title fight from the rip, man. They said at least get 1 fight before he got 2 and then gave him a title shot. One got him a title shot and then gave him another one. Shit crazy. Turning pro, turning up early in fights. Yeah, that cost him with some of the I guess the into some of the what you would call his bigger fights, the Devin Haney's, the Teal fight. Some would say Salido as well. Yeah, exactly right, Blaze. I agree.
But although impressive, the win over Russell failed to draw much public attention beyond the boxing world. In 2016, Lomachenko lacked the big fights at 126 pounds, and so he moved up to 130 and took on Roman Martinez for another WBO strap. Here, we saw the first demonstration of the Matrix, another one of Lomachenko's nicknames, as he confounded Martinez with angles and speed, and Lomachenko proved he also had power.
His form is textbook, defensively especially.
Like right there, he stood there. He shouldn't stay there.
Rocky scary.
He did it.
But the first true test would come against the undefeated power puncher, Nicholas Walters. In 2014, Walters had taken out multi-division titleist Nonito Donaire.
Real quick, just so people know what this is, it's called David versus Goliath 2.0 when 25 pounds wasn't enough for Haney. That's what this was.
Wild shootout.
Donaire gets in a left hook. Walters with 2 more right hands, and Donaire is down again. Nicholas Walters has seized Donaire's portion of the featherweight title.
But against Lomachenko, we never got to see Walters' vaunted offense.
As Walters in first round.
Man, this was when they was calling him. I ain't gonna lie, this was when they was calling him No Moschenko, man. He was making people quit, bro. Shit was crazy. This little dude was making people quit like this.
Back in position, right in front of him. I said super, I meant junior like that.
The Ukrainian proved too elusive, and a bewildered Walters had enough before the start of the 8th round.
Nicholas Walters
He's
is
done.
going to continue.
He's
That's
done.
it. All over.
The fight's all over.
Walters would later claim the inactivity had hindered him in facing such a quick foe, and also claimed a temple shot had discombobulated him sometime during the fight. Indeed, Walters looked like he'd hit the ganja a little too hard. But Lomachenko had looked so brilliant, you wondered how much better Walters could have done without the inactivity. Later, it would turn out, other fighters would proceed to react in similar fashion against Lomachenko's dynamic style. By this time, a young lightweight fighter by the name of Devin Haney had begun his professional boxing career. Haney was a quick-fisted fighter with cat-like reflexes who, under his father/trainer Bill's guidance, had learned the trade in numerous gyms across the USA. Upon turning pro in Mexico, Haney's opposition was hardly the same as Lomachenko's. Still, he accumulated an undefeated record. By 2019, his level of opposition
He quit out of sheer frustration.
That year, Haney defeated the tough gatekeeper Zolizani Nongeni. Then, he halted another gatekeeper in Antonio Moran in the 7th round, before doing the same to Saur Abdullayev in the 4th. Unfortunately for Haney, this stoppage streak would prove an extreme anomaly. Lomachenko, meanwhile, finally gained traction. After the Walters win, Lomachenko earned a 6th place ranking in Ring Magazine's top 10 pound-for-pound list. He continued building momentum with one-sided wins over Jason Sosa and Miguel Marliaga, 2 men who had taken Walters the distance. But against Lomachenko, they failed to hear the final bell, as Lomachenko forced both of them to quit. Still, many felt Lomachenko was being overrated. So far, the Ukrainian had defeated punchers and long-range boxer punchers, but he had yet to face someone who could match his wits. Yes, Gary Russell Jr. was a speed freak, but it failed to rival Lomachenko's amateur dossier. The same couldn't be said of Lomachenko's next opponent, the Cuban double gold medalist Guillermo Ligandao. The Southpaw Ligandao had turned pro years before Lomachenko, and he'd also been successfully fast-tracked to a title shot before even having notched 10 pro bouts. The peak of Rigomania came in 2013 when he halted Nonito Donaire's reign over 12 mostly one-sided rounds. Rigandao might have been smaller and older than Lomachenko, but continued to dominate opponents, and he packed the punch of a heavier man in his laser-like left hand. All of these led many fans to accuse Lomachenko of having moved up to featherweight as a way of avoiding the Cuban. Rigandao, for his part, was highly confident, stating, "People think all I do is tweet. I won't stand there for me to get hit. And unlike Walters, I won't quit, and I will hit back." He also said, "I adapt. We're going to resolve this issue, and we're going to beat the shit out of him." Rigandao's bark was worse than his bite, as Lomachenko outboxed him for 6 rounds.
And that has a lot. The straight left hand of Rigandao. A unique find by his...
In for dexterity, both physical and mental.
Then, Ligondeau quit.
I was so disappointed, man. It's like he didn't even try in this fight. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it was jumping up to 2 weight classes or whatever it was, but that pissed this pissed me off.
The undefeated number 7 pound-for-pound fighter is.
When they was calling him Nomaschenko, he really had a string of fights just making people quit.
Not coming out to continue against Loma.
For the third time in a row, Lomachenko had forced an opponent to retire. He would later emerge that Rigondeaux had injured his left hand. Immediately after the fight, Lomachenko's celebration remained low-key. He would later downplay the win by claiming that Rigondeaux wasn't a true super featherweight. It's true that Rigondeaux was better suited for the 126 or even 122-pound division. However, Lomachenko's size had failed to play much of a factor in the performance, as he simply outboxed the smaller man and barely got touched in the process. This proved to be the peak of Loma mania.
Lomachenko!
After making 3 fighters in a row quit, Lomachenko earned Fighter of the Year honors for 2017, as well as the moniker Nomaschenko. He also leapt to number 3 in the pound-for-pound list, with some people saying he should be occupying the number 1 spot. And now, the praise came pouring in. Trainer Joe Gallagher said Lomachenko has a better resume than a lot of fighters who have won multiple world titles after 20 or 30 fights. That is incredible. He's following a fine tradition of great Olympic champions like Pernell Whitaker, Meldrick Taylor, and Rigondeaux. Hall of Famer Bernard Hopkins said he's fundamentally sound and he's had so many fights that there isn't a style or situation that he hasn't faced. He's seen it all. It's why he's one of the best in the world today.
Lomachenko's, yeah, he's number 1. He's the best.
It was big. I was loving him some Loma. Yeah, this video is supposedly about, you know, Devin Haney, David versus Goliath, him and just the build up to him and Loma. And these people were trying to make a case that 25 pounds still wasn't enough versus Loma. But this is a good argument for people that think the weight is going to be the end-all, be-all with him and Shakur.
And I think his father is the best too.
The zenith came when podcaster Joe Rogan began waxing poetically about Lomachenko, saying, "You get the best of the best right now, and you go, whoa, they've learned from Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins. Lomachenko is, in my eyes, the best."
You know, the guy who does it the best today about cutting angles and being right in front of you and you can't hit him is Lomachenko. I mean, whew. I mean, Lomachenko stands right in front of you, and then he's not. And then he's over here, and then he's punching you in the face.
I tell people also, like, Floyd Mayweather is unbelievable defensive fighter. But Floyd was really good on drawing you in, you know, and kind of countering off that. His defense and his reflexes were amazing, but he kind of lured you in a little bit, made you make a mistake, and then he would counter you.
Yeah.
Lomachenko, on the other hand, is a guy, you could throw a punch, and that punch could be in midair, and he's spinning, and he's already behind you.
But the praise also drew criticism. Some fans still felt that Lomachenko was being overhyped, and they began to root against him. This was bizarre, seeing as how Lomachenko was not an obnoxious character, nor did he conduct himself in a boorish manner outside the ring. In the end, all that Lomachenko could do was to continue beating the best. In 2018, he moved up to the lightweight division and defeated the champion Jorge Linares, though it wasn't easy.
Good body work, and I would try to push the fight the line and through that up jab. Moves around a guy. If I told you to say,
Lomachenko goes down right in the center of the ring, and Linares goes down. It's over. It's over.
That little dude showed a lot of grit right there. He jumped up and beat the hell out of Linares for that. He was like, he was embarrassed he got knocked down. He was like, oh yeah, you want to knock me down? And that's when I had around the time, you know, after Devin fought him, they was calling Devin Cheney because he got rocked by Linares. But I'm like, Loma got dropped and sat on his back pockets. I don't care that he won the fight. We respect it. But who would be more Cheney, the guy that got rocked or the guy that got sat down on his pockets? That's when I was going to bat for the Hanos clan, man. You know? It was talking crazy about that. It was like,
despite scoring a stoppage, it was clear that, at 5 feet 6 inches tall, the Lomachenko Express would be ill-suited to travel beyond 135 pounds. Lomachenko scored 3 more defenses, and by late 2019, many considered him the best fighter in the world behind middleweight champion Saul Canelo Alvarez. But this is where the drama started. By late 2019, Devin Haney possessed a WBC interim strap, which he defended when he outpointed the unbeaten Alfredo Santiago as part of a voluntary defense. Lomachenko, meanwhile, had the regular WBC title, for which Haney was now the #1 mandatory. This is when Devin's father/trainer Bill, a convicted drug dealer, began to call out Lomachenko. At some point between 2019 and early 2020, Lomachenko's side requested the novel status of franchise champion from the WBC, which would allow him to unify against the other lightweight titleists. This was all that the Haneys needed to cry duck, as they claimed Lomachenko was scared of Devin. Upon closer inspection, the claim was nonsensical. Haney was barely 21 years old and hadn't fought anyone who was near as good as Lomachenko, nor had he beaten anyone of note to grab the diluted WBC version he'd won. This was especially significant since Top Rank had already decided Lomachenko would face the winner of the Teofimo Lopez vs. Richard Comey bout that took place in December 2019. That would then turn the eventual match between the winner of that fight and Lomachenko into a unification bout, hence the request of the franchise status. Lopez ended up knocking out the top contender in less than 2 rounds, and the win earned him an alphabet strap as well as a victory that proved better than anything on Haney's record. And finally, Haney sustained an
Yeah, they be coming for Haney crazy.
Injury that kept him out of the ring for most of 2020. So even if Lomachenko had chosen to fight him, the bout couldn't have happened. Still, that didn't prevent the Haneys from going on a prolonged campaign in which they accused Lomachenko of ducking Devin. That assertion would later return to bite them in the behind. But there were more pressing matters in 2020, as a global pandemic ended up shutting down all sporting events between the month of March and July.
I ain't gonna lie, the first time Devin called out Loma, if they'd have fought then, I think Loma would have beat him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it was a little too early when he first started calling for him. Good thing he got the experience before he got up in there with him. You know what I mean? Because I think that made a difference too. You know what I mean? But if he would have got him right when he right when he first called him out, I don't think he would have won. Yeah, he act like he lost. That's what his case is trying to make, that 25 pounds wasn't enough.
By late summer, an October date was set for the much-anticipated Lomachenko vs. Teofimo Lopez bout. Lomachenko arrogantly entered the bout while suffering from an injured right shoulder. The injury worsened after the second round, forcing Lomachenko to play defense during the fight's first half. Lomachenko picked it up in the second half, but it was too little too late. On top of that, it was all a moot point, as Judge Steve Weisfeld only gave Lomachenko 3 rounds, while Julie Lederman awarded the Ukrainian 1 solitary round. It almost seemed as if the scorecards had been filled out beforehand. Lomachenko would later claim the fight should have been a draw, but regardless of injuries or shady judges, he'd made the final decision of entering the ring while being injured. It was all on him. Mere days after the bout, Lomachenko underwent surgery and planned his revenge. Devin Haney, meanwhile, had recovered from his own ailments and took on Olympic gold medalist Yuriorkis Gamboa. Haney proved too sharp and too young for the aging Cuban, hitting him with every shot in the book. However, Haney failed to stop a man who'd been halted in all of his previous losses. In 2021, Haney fought the former champion Jorge Linares. Haney dominated most of the bout, fighting more aggressively than customary. That is, until he was stunned by a right hand. Then, he proceeded to hold for most of the championship rounds, even going as far as lunging at his opponent to plant face-on crotch. After the bout, Haney could be heard asking Linares,
"How is it power compared to Loma?" No, you have power, you have power, you have power.
There was no doubt that Haney had won the bout, but the fact that he'd failed to stop yet another opponent who'd suffered stoppages in all of his defeats proved concerning. Haney then capped off 2021 by defeating Joseph Diaz in a hard-fought decision. Lomachenko, for his part, ended the year by decisioning contender Richard Comey. By now, both Haney and Lomachenko wanted a shot at Teofimo Lopez. Lopez, however, was undecided about what he wanted to do. Ultimately, he ended up quarreling with his own promoter, Top Rank, before receiving an exemption to fight on a non-Top Rank event, this against contender George Kambosos. The move proved a disaster, as Kambosos gave Lopez hell in a war that saw Kambosos pull off a major upset. Now, everyone wanted a shot at Kambosos' belts. The Haneys pressed for a chance, but they stalled negotiations. And the less high-maintenance Lomachenko came in and agreed to all the terms, seemingly without question. Having been made to look bad, Haney tweeted out, "I'll take the same deal." Luckily for him, in 2022, a war started between Russia and Lomachenko's home country of Ukraine. Feeling patriotic, Lomachenko left for his homeland. Haney wouldn't waste a second chance, and he snuck in to easily outbox Kambosos twice in the land down under. In late 2022, Lomachenko returned to boxing and took on former sparring partner Jermaine Ortiz. Lomachenko shook the rust off early, but came out the winner after 12 rounds. Then, he came face-to-face with Haney, and he noted something interesting.
This lightweight? Is this lightweight?
He's a big lightweight, huh?
No, it's heavyweight.
This was a prescient comment in a now infamous video from Barbershop Conversations that WBC President Mauricio Suleiman had noted to Bill Haney that Devin rehydrated from 135 up to 160 pounds on fight night. Bill never denied it.
After the fight, after the weigh-in, the next day he was 24 pounds over the weight division.
When was he 24 pounds over?
After the weigh-in,
he was hydrated. You said he hydrated up 20 to 24
Absolutely.
pounds.
So,
but a future Lomachenko bout was rife with spicier storylines. Back in 2020, speaking of a potential Lomachenko clash, Haney had this to say.
I would never lose to a white boy in my life. I don't care what nobody got to say. Listen, can't no white boy beat me on any day of the week.
The implication here was that white people were so inferior that losing to one would be a travesty. Some Haney fans defended their man by saying he was merely selling the fight. But this opened the door for the same defense whenever other boxers made prejudicial comments about their opponents. In the end, Haney was forced to apologize. But in 2023, Bill Haney fell into the same trap when he constantly referred to Lomachenko as White Jesus. When asked to explain, Bill seemed to be at a loss for words.
Why do you think Lomachenko is White Jesus?
Well, you know, and it's in all fairness, you know what I mean? That's something that's
right.
You know.
Negotiations began for a Haney-Lomachenko bout. Reports indicated Lomachenko had quickly agreed to all the terms. But just as in the Kambosos bout, the Haneys dragged the process on.
It seems as though they're going to fight each other, so why hasn't that deal been closed yet?
Lomachenko did close his side of the deal, and Haney wasn't able to close his side, but I do think this one's actually going to be resolved in the coming days.
Finally, the bout was agreed for May 2023. In the build-up, the Haneys repeatedly accused Lomachenko of having ducked them back in 2020, with Bill Haney stating, "They've been doing a lot of running, a lot of avoiding this thing. We have a lot of respect. We know he's a Hall of Fame fighter, and that gives Devin the credit and validation as a pound-for-pound fighter." Devin reiterated his father's comments. "He made me wait 4 years to fight him. Since I was 20 years old. I don't like Loma. I want to beat him bad. I want to send him into retirement." Then, a bizarre encounter ensued when the Haneys accused Lomachenko of being a dirty fighter. "We know what he wants to do on the inside," Haney said. "He wants to make it a dirty fight. Slip the jab, slip the jab." This prompted Lomachenko to ask, "When did you see a dirty fight during my career? Where? In which fight?" "All of your fights," Devin Haney said. "Punching on the inside. When they say break, you punch. Break, punch. We know what you're preparing." This was an ironic statement, seeing as how Haney was a notorious clincher. His go-to move, particularly in his 2 bouts versus Kambosos, involved dipping below the waist to run an incoming opponent onto him, followed by a clinch. In fact, in the Kambosos rematch, the ESPN network showed a graphic counting the number of times Haney clinched his foe.
17 clinches tonight already by Haney.
As per the IBA, the WBA,
that clinch count was diabolical. He still beat the hell out of Kambosos.
WBO, and Association of Boxing Commissions, clinching is deemed an illegal tactic, as is dipping below the waist. Still, a lot of fans and experts refuse to heed attention to rules, and many picked Haney to win. Retired boxer Timothy Bradley stated, "I'm not entirely counting Lomachenko out, as great fighters always seem to have one reserve outstanding performance left in them, but I am still running with the younger Haney. 7 rounds to 5 for a decision win." Promoter Eddie Hearn also picked Haney, saying, "I expect Haney to win this fight confidently. Devin has shown that he's an incredible talent, Lomachenko too, but because he has 400 amateur fights, he fights so rarely. He had a serious shoulder injury. I do not foresee that he will win many rounds against Devin Haney." Jorge Linares added, "For me, this time, it will be Devin Haney by decision." Saul Canelo Alvarez followed the group, stating, "It's a nice fight. I like it. I think both are good fighters, but Devin Haney right now is the favorite." Watching from the sidelines and itching to fight the winner, undefeated lightweight contender Shakur Stevenson said, "I think Devin Haney is too big for Lomachenko. I think he's gonna smoke him. I'm ready to fight whoever wins." Going against the grain was Teofimo Lopez, who said, "Nobody beats Lomachenko, nobody."
Remember, he was a hater for saying he thought Loma won, but look how he said he thought Dad was going to smoke.
Having in the ring with the man, He's smart. He has so many different tactics that I never even thought of being possible. You gotta attack by all means necessary, and I don't think Devin got that dog in him to do it. On fight week, the animosity amped up, as Haney stated. He has a good resume, but the truth is that every time someone confronted him really seriously, he lost. Now he has to face someone bigger, younger, faster, and stronger. And for the first time in his career, he is not a favorite, and I will prove it right in the ring. We're not buddies. He pisses me off because he made me wait so long to be a champion. So I want to not only defeat him, but just beat him up. This fight is personal. And at the official weigh-in, Haney showed that his dislike of Lomachenko was genuine.
He's feeling himself.
After the altercation, Haney said, "That was just the start. You see how easy I pushed him? He's a smaller man, and I'm gonna impose my will on him." As mentioned earlier,
I ain't gonna lie, that's what kind of saved the day. You imposing your will on Loma because he was small, but if y'all was the same size, man, that's a different fight, respectfully, man. It was close as hell, but Dev did.
Haney tended to rehydrate at least 25 pounds between the weigh-in and fight night. Boxers who rehydrate such large quantities of weight have drawn the label of weight bullies, as they tend to show up significantly bigger than their opponents on fight night. Defenders, however, say that losing so much weight negates the benefits of a weight advantage on fight night. However, what they tend to miss is the fact that fighters now often weigh in 36 hours before the fight, as opposed to 24. This gives the fighters more time to recover. Moreover, with special supplements and convicted cheaters in their camp, such as Victor Conte and his snack company, many pugilists tend to manage the weight cut. It should also be noted that this usually proves
remember Ryan Push Mush slapped him?
Effective when the boxers are younger, as their bodies can pull it off. After all, you seldom see old weight bullies operating within the sport. Besides, Devin Haney certainly seemed to think he had an advantage, as he alluded to after shoving Lomachenko. Moreover, as the stellar YouTube channel The Exodus Files would later comment, Haney mentioned this to Lomachenko during their face-off.
"Can you read lips?" He said it again. "You're too small. You're too small."
It also repeated the comment a year earlier to Kambosos. And as the YouTube channel pointed out, Haney would continue to do so against future opponents. Clearly, Haney wasn't cutting so much weight for the fun of it, and he told his opponents as much during the face-offs. So now, at 35 years of age, Lomachenko was facing a height, size, and youth disparity. Still, the odds makers seemed to see something, and the odds remained tight, as Haney was only a 2-to-1 favorite.
All week long, we've heard about the size discrepancy, how Haney is the naturally much bigger man. Here we go for undisputed.
From the start, Haney, conscious of his size advantage, tried to impose his will on Lomachenko.
Make weight.
Ooh, nice shot right there. First shot thrown
early and set the tone.
Slow.
Man, Devin Haney looks like a man with a game plan.
But Lomachenko replied at once. And of course, Haney resorted to constantly seeking refuge within his safe space, dipping below the waist. In the second, it was apparent that Haney's game plan consisted of working the smaller man's body, but that left him open to cleaner shots upstairs.
Hand from
off
Devin
the back
Haney.
foot. Up. There's a combination from Loma. Getting mid-range. Ooh, straight left hand right down the middle.
Again from Devin Haney. Straight left from Vasily Lomachenko.
Loma inching forward, trying to land a little bit more in the second round.
Nope. Another thing that Haney has gotten away from is that left hook.
Way up the road.
Good.
Left hand.
Double left hand.
You want to keep doing what he's doing in his last round and a half.
Headshot lands.
Keep pressing. Keep causing disruption. Keep trying to close the distance and make Devin Haney
uppercut comes in. Set it up. And Loma with a combination here in the final minute of round 3.
With his feet not set. See, like there, that's when he has to attack. Lomachenko stepped back, disengaged. He was out of position.
Lomachenko landed the cleaner shots and had the bigger, younger man clinching. Still, Haney managed to land downstairs.
That jab himself.
Now here comes Haney.
And they go down.
Foot being a counterpuncher.
Oh, southpaw jab.
It's a good round for
Body
Haney.
shot most of the round so far. So that lightweight champion.
That's where size plays.
Nice uppercut.
That lead hand, that jousting left hand.
To land a shot like that, he's got to get through the reach.
He does there.
I thought he was closing them exits, that left hand.
Both men going to the body.
That left, man.
Trying to sweep with the right hand to the body. Loma able to use his footwork to get out of the way.
Again, that double left hand is coming straight down the middle on Haney. Connecting the top, but he's out of position with his feet.
See if he gets to the jab and stays on the outside. Oh, Loma
Some good right hand from Devin Haney right there as Loma plows in.
Double left hand, I knew it was coming.
Lomachenko was constantly setting Haney up, something the American admitted to his father.
Good job. He knows I'm going to the left. He's going straight left now. Yeah, but listen, but that's why I said he's one and done. We're already planning for that. He's already planning for that. Listen, he's doing it more than once.
In the 10th, the Ukrainian shook Haney, and the two men engaged.
What I heard in that corner from Haney was, he's on to me.
A little bit of swelling around the left eye of Devin Haney.
But you see, Loma's not moving back anymore. He's not moving backwards. He's walking forward now.
In the 11th, Lomachenko went for the kill.
Herman, who's the undisputed champion.
Oh!
Up jab, southpaw jab, and another one. Lomachenko so accurate right here.
And Haney. That's the reason why Loma is having success. Oh, beautiful body shot.
Look at this work from Lomachenko.
Haney fought hard in the 12th, while Lomachenko barged forward.
Be on the grandest stage. The ebbs and flows, the plot twist, stamped himself as the rising star that he's been.
Good combinations. Wait for it.
Shots, I'm not sure what it is. He's punching.
Right hand. Oh, come on. Show your greatness. This is time. Show it.
In the end, most expected the crown to change hands, but the judges had a surprise in mind.
The Dream, Haney! Devin Haney is 30-0, and you can see the expression on Lomachenko's face.
What?
Interestingly enough, Judge Dave Moretti awarded the 10th round, one which Lomachenko had clearly won, to Haney. After the bout,
it's crazy to know he only had 3 fights for real since then.
Some claimed that Haney's body shots had won the fight, but the rules state that clean, effective punching is key, and Lomachenko had walked through the body shots as it continued pressuring and landing cleanly upstairs, constantly backing the bigger man up. The second argument was that Lomachenko had surrendered the 12th round and thus deserved to lose. This argument assumed that winning the final round negated Lomachenko's superior work throughout the fight. After the bout, Lomachenko claimed he'd won the fight.
All people see what happened today. We talked about...
Meanwhile, it was difficult to hear what Haney had to say.
Devin, very close fight from ringside. How did it feel inside the ring to be in there with Vasily Lomachenko? Say it again, I couldn't hear you.
Undefeated lightweight contender Shakur Stevenson, the next logical choice for the winner, chimed in.
Lomachenko should be undisputed champion. He won.
They was pissed off when he said that.
Wow.
He landed the cleaner punches, landed the cleaner shots on Dev, and he pushed the pace.
It should be noted that Stevenson later rewatched the bout and slightly altered his conclusion, stating, "I just went back and rewatched it, and I came up with a different score than I had the last time. Honestly, I feel like it was either a draw or 7-5 Lomachenko, but I had 8-4 Lomachenko at the fight." In other words, he didn't see Haney winning the bout.
I'll point to the easy work.
A YouTube video made by the always meticulous Artorias Boxing counted all the significant blows landed throughout the fight and corroborated what most people had watched. Ironically, Haney, the man who'd accused Lomachenko of being dirty, was the one who ended up using a myriad of unsavory tactics. Shout out to YTBC member Anderson Aldo for identifying the issues. As you can see, Haney used elbows and plenty of rabbit shots.
Day he became public enemy #1.
Here, these are the moments you dream of those looping right hands from Devin Haney.
All right? No, you hit him back there. Don't do that.
Gonna close. Good shot right there from Haney. Good shot right there from Haney. Good shot right there from Haney. Good shot right there from Haney.
This on top of his usual dipping below the waist and clinching. Each time that Lomachenko got past Haney's jab, Haney would fire one shot, and if Lomachenko was still there, the American would dip and or go for the clinch. Apparently, the size and youth advantage had not been enough for Haney. He'd needed to fight dirty as well. One thing Lomachenko did succeed in doing was to deflate the notion that Haney had deserved a shot at him over Lopez back in 2020. After all, if a bigger and improved version of Haney, complete with special snack supplements, was lucky to get a decision over Lomachenko, then one shudders to think what a fresher Lomachenko would have done to a much more inexperienced version of Haney. Like the two other men.
And now he looks to close it, and he does!
Now, Shakur Stevenson and lightweight contender Gervonta Davis called Lomachenko out. Instead, Lomachenko retired. The Ukrainian would later state, "I already wanted to be done with boxing because my goal was to become the undisputed world champion. And after the fight with Haney, I understood that I wasn't going to have the opportunity to achieve it, because it takes a lot of time." But as of this video's recording, Lomachenko, at the age of 38, has announced a comeback. So what do you think? Did Lomachenko clearly win the Haney fight? How differently would things have gone had he been awarded the decision? And despite his advanced age, can he defeat some of the younger men in the 130 and the 135-pound divisions? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget.
It's gonna be hard for him to come back and beat the young guys, but I still think he got world-class potential, man. That's what I seen the last time I seen him fight. I never seen Loma look like an old guy, per se, within the sport of boxing, or a guy that looked like he should just go ahead and hang it up, and that's it. I never got that from Loma, but that was a teachable moment from BDA, man. Shout out to them, man. Put, good work. You put it together, but 25 pounds was enough. I mean, he went out there and won. So it's not like he lost. You know what I mean? I get it was controversial. It was close. But Loma not giving it everything and he got is the reason he lost that fight. You can't blame nobody but himself. Can't blame nobody for why you didn't go out there and do what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? The biggest fight of your career, you would have thought you would have let it all hang out, right? As they say, you would have just let it go. You know what I'm saying? You up in there pussyfooting around. So you got what you was looking for, fam. You ended up getting, you get what I'm saying? You end up getting beat. Straight up and down. Didn't do what you was supposed to. Shouldn't have been fighting Alvarate. So we're gonna see what Loma come back and do. Is he you know what I'm saying? Is he going to come back and jump right into the mix, to the frying pan? They said he won big fights, but I'm going to always make the case that Loma lost that fight. He had every right, every opportunity to win. He didn't. And I don't know. That's that Haney hate, though. I'll give it to y'all. That dude, he discredited everything Haney did, downplayed his whole entire career. That's hate. That's when I want to see people in the comments talking about how they hating and doing shit like that. But, shout out to everybody for pulling up. We had a long week, man. Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button, double tap the screen. I don't know what side Jaron. Long was better than Muhammad Ali. Yeah, that did. That shit pissed me off, too. Shout out to Ill Will. 8493 Dave. I ain't mad at that. It's crying after Long. No, he didn't give it his all facts. He know. Pre-order now and one mixtape boost. Shout out to Zoom Verse, my dog. You know it. And one mixtape boost. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to call the fights. We had a long week of boxing bills, man. We gave boxing its just due all week with no slander, all building, no narratives living over this side. Loma got off his biggest payday for Vega versus Shakur. Disputed. Yeah. Nah, I told him that, Jordan. I told him that was the case. Got a career high. I got offered a career high payday to fight for that vacant title and didn't take it. That's why I was like, huh? They was like, nah, he don't want to fight for no vacant title. That's why. Loma didn't want, he wanted to fight a champion. They was making all types of excuses why he didn't accept that fight. Then they try to sweep it under the rug like it never happened. Shit was crazy. It was crazy. Crazy. Loma avoided that in real time, man. He said, swerve. Loma was like, swerve. You get me? Swerve, G. You already know, man. Everybody at the like button, man. It's been a dope week, man. We got to see what comes out of all of this stuff, man. Moving forward, bro. There's been a lot of half-stepping, pump faking, halfway announcements. We ain't seeing these things, man. We need some Zuffa confirmations. Hopefully we get that soon, man. Hopefully we get some announcements after this fight Saturday. Since Shakur stats said, nah, I'm telling you, he was like, yeah, that dude right there, difficult, very, very difficult, my friend. He figured out, Core he gauged him in that sparring. I'm telling you, I got weight. That sparring, man, that's what be doing it, bro. Sparring everybody, they be like, nah, I'm cool on that dude. I ain't trying to spar. His ass want to win too bad. His ass want to win too bad. But we'll see, man. You got a good card tomorrow night. I can't wait for that one, man. So we here, man. We got through another month. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the supporters, man. I think this is the best month we had so far. You know what I mean? Since we've been here. So that's progress. I just wanted to say shout out to everybody that continues to pull up and rock out with me. Had a hell of a month, and it still ain't over. We got a few more days before the month is out. We're gonna close out strong, man. We're gonna get to this fight night tomorrow, man. Barbecue and boxing, perfect with me. Shout out to Jose. You know it. I got power. Yeah, you got power. You got power. Yeah, you got power. You got power. You got power. You wanted to see when he got Hen Dog, he went in them other interviews. That wasn't what he was saying. He was like, he downplayed that power stuff. He was being nice when he was in front of him. You know, adrenaline still was pumping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Adrenaline was pumping. He said, yeah, you got power. You got power. You got power. You got power. You got powder. You got powder. He was saying you if you had powder. That's what he really was asking. He was trying to beam up, man. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get right. He was trying to get lifted. G. He was trying to get lifted. But man, shout out to Xander and Boots, man. I can't wait to see his fight for tomorrow, man. It's gonna be one. It's gonna be one of them ones, G. And I had asked Boots to trim that beard. Boots was like, I ain't trimming a damn thing. But yeah, my final prediction, man, I expect a competitive, good fight. You know what I mean? If Boots get to him early, it's gonna be a stoppage. If he can avoid getting hit with anything significant or big early, you know what I mean, then I think I could see a decision fight, competitive decision. But Boots get to him early, I could see and one mixtape stopping him. I ain't gonna lie. But Xander is really good. And I just think that's what his game plan gonna be. Try to keep him at the end of the jab on the outside, get in and get out, change levels, try to be disciplined and offset Boots' timing and the things that he want to do. And it's up for Boots to make sure that he can't do that. You get me? He got to show Xander, man, who was what. You get me? He got to show these levels that he been speaking of. You feel me? Which I believe he can. And decision, Boots win. I'm with you. I ain't picking against him. You know what I mean? Shout out to Xander, but I ain't picking against Boots. I think that mixtape volume 36 is on the way. It's on the way, G. And it ain't nothing he could do about it, G. It's a lot of Puerto Ricans at this fight, yeah. You know what I mean? Because you got to think, New York, yeah, you know, that's New York full of Hispanic people. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot out there. It's easy for people in Philly to travel. They both going to have fans. I think they both going to have a lot of fans out there. Shit should be sold out. Okay. You know what I mean? Should be a nice sellout. Close to it or something. You know what I mean? It should be. You got every reason to sell. Got all the components of a great fight, man. They need that, man. You know what I mean? It's a coming out party, man. Think about it. The winner could go on to move up to 60 later on in his career. 68 possibly. They both some big boys. They both got room to move if they wanted to, right? Like I said, I think this could be Xander's last fight at 154 pounds, especially with a loss. A tough loss, too. But either way, I don't know why would you stick around if it was any truth to you having a tough weight cut, getting them last few pounds off. So, he young, but he only getting older. And as you get older, you grow and it get harder to knock that last bit of weight off. So sometimes it's just your body telling you it's time to go up. And it seemed like with them already hinting that they'll be moving up to 160, I think that they understand it too, full well that they on borrowed time down there at 54. So the last thing you want to run into kind of situation is where you find yourself depleted at the weight class and not able to perform because of it, right? You sticking around too long and not just doing what your body is telling you to do. Keep it pushing. You get me? Keep it pushing. Didn't expect Xander to make this fight. He was supposed to move up after a bias, right? Right. He stuck around. He said, I'll fight Boots. That's why I respect it. Bas Baru was an interesting fight too. He won it, but it was interesting. That whole Jorge, what is it? Jorge Perez Garcia, something like that. The dude with the 3 names, he fought him. That was another interesting fight. How that look, man. So I'm like, man, if that's Boots, man, and either one of them fights could be crazy. Yeah, remember the Jorge fight? I was like, he was winning, but it's like, you can see it, like, dudes. He don't like pressure, Shawa. He don't like pressure. He do not like pressure. That's what I got in him fight. He don't like pressure, bro. He don't like people that bring pressure. And he was doing a tying up. He's smart, but he was doing some tying up. I feel like he's going to have some trouble trying to do that with Boots. It's not going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be easy to tie that phenom up. I would hope not. I would think he'd be prepared for that. Got to be prepared to deal with Xander in the clinch. Think better, Boots the better inside fighter too. So you're gonna see. But Xander, like I say, he gonna box, try to be smart, fundamentally sound, technically savvy, boxing moves, stay on the outside, try to keep Boots from getting comfortable. Because if you allow Boots, like I said, Boots get comfortable. If he get to you early, you might not make it to the 12th round. You ain't gonna see the final bell. It could get spooky. It can get dark real fast. So got his work cut out for Xander may tend to pull an Andre Ward. Oh, tie up, hit, tie up. Get his and tie up. Neutralize the guy, wait for the ref to separate him. That's how I know them legs got to work tomorrow. Absolutely. He got to. That's. I think that's the game plan. That's his key to. That's his key to winning. What Drake did in the Kovalev fight. You saying you think Xander may attempt to pull an Andre Ward? What he did in the Kovalev fight? You talking about the body attack? Shout out to everybody too, man. We can hit the 3. We're about to hit the 3-hour mark. I appreciate the love all this week, man. We've been having. Be smart. I think Boots stab to the body could be key. Going to the body early. I think it was you mentioning that. You highlighted that first, and I agree. That stab to the body for Boots definitely got to be there. I think it's important for both dudes to go to the body early as possible. Whoever had a better body attack could win this fight and could could end up forcing the other guy to have to make the adjustment sooner. So yeah, I could see it. Yeah, man. But that'd be pretty clever, Xander, if he went that approach, went the Andre Ward route with the body attack and stuff like that. I just didn't know what you was referring to. Thought you was saying, maybe because I was mentioning clinching, maybe get his and tie up. People criticize Andre Ward getting his off and tying you up, neutralizing you. I thought you was going there, but you talking about with the body attack. It would be smart. You know what I'm saying? It would be smart, but Boots, that athleticism, change levels with that jab, top, bottom, go to the body, and if you can consistently get to the body, man, you got some. You got some, Chief. Got some. So let's see how smart both of these guys are when it comes to approaching this fight and getting done what they're trying to get done. You know what Boots ultimately want to beat your ass, but how he get it done is where the criticism is gonna lie. Winning ain't enough for him. He gotta win impressively, it gotta look good. I think the same for both guys. But Boots got less margin for error in terms of the criticism he's gonna receive, but I believe he has the ability to make more mistakes and still win the fight than Xander, right? But I'm expecting a great fight. Battle of the young bulls, going out there, making it a tough fight for each other. Boots. His interview with B. Custard. Yeah. He said he don't like body shots. You're right. He did say that. Clinch, attack the body, and get out of dodge. Use the angles and use them legs. You're going to try to keep Boots off. You know what I mean? You're going to try to offset Boots' timing and his attack and the pressure that he bring with the movement. Constant, changing the looks, moving, getting in and out, tying up when he need to. That's what he gonna do. Radio was good with it. But look, man, we hit the 3-hour mark. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support on this Good Friday, man. We had a long week. Boxing, giving it its just due. And I love it, man. We gonna keep rocking. You know what I mean? We gonna keep rocking. Shout out to Reef, man. My guy sent me that. Virgil says Jaron by 4th round KO if Xander stands and fight. If Xander fights smart and moves and tries to frustrate Jaron, then Jaron by 10th round KO. Damn. Shout out to Reef. Shout out to Reef. Damn, Virgil say either way we got boots, man. You say, yo, if he stand and fight, he out of there in 4. You know what I'm saying? If he box and move, he out of there in 10. Shout out to Virgil. He know what's up. You know what I mean? Yeah. He know what's up. You know what I'm saying? It clinches low key a big part of Boots toolbox. Yeah, it's not something, far more than his reputation would suggest. That's true. That's true. That's true. Virgil say, he say he's sleeping him regardless. If he stand and fight, he out of there in 4. If he box and move, he out of there in 10. I like that, Virgil. Shout out to Virgil, man. Hope that Virgil get back in the ring sooner than later. He missed a lot of time with Rab, though. It'd be kind of whack, man. You know what I mean? You already know Radio said check out your prediction for sure. Virgil on that Boots train, man. He like Boots about to do this kid in, man. Boots about to do this kid in, G. Bet, man. I got you, man. But shout out to everybody. I appreciate the love. Hit the like button on the way out. We just gave boxing its just due for the week. Tune in for the fight call tomorrow. We're gonna be back to call the fight card, fight card, and the new man and one mixtape Boots Volume 36 on the way. So with that, we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Peace.
Representing Brick City,
Finding those levels, too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. Hand to Shakur. Meeting him with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.